We are live.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Are we just live
Not
or are
just
we
live.
live
We've been on our
before?
home screen.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Jordy, your voice is so soft and supple, I couldn't hear it at all.
Am I actually very low?
Little bit.
Maybe.
Oh, I am. Hey, there we go. That should be better.
There's that commanding DM voice that I need.
Weird, and my program readjusted my audio. All the things that I was telling people not to do. Anyway. We're good. Awesome. But yeah, so I'm freaking stoked. This week is going to be awesome. I'm cool to see where you guys pick up from where we left off. It's going to be sick. So yeah.
Secret passages in Elven writing.
We're
I
there.
love Big Pete's. That was awesome. All right. Cool. So everybody all set?
Yep.
Is Jesse and Ocala a voice of character in Lego's Ninjago?
All right. We're good. Okay.
I was never in Ninjago. That's a lie.
Fuck. I thought I had you on one. Oh, God damn it. What was it? Was it a Lego one? God damn it.
Don't know.
I was on a Lego show. I'm still fighting to get on fucking Ninjago. The show's still casting.
Damn.
He was the voice of a parent of a Lego.
Anyway, good morning, everyone.
God damn it. It was
On
Legends
Lego
of,
Chima,
it was
I
Legends of
was
Chima.
a
Fuck
cute
me.
little tooth-picking bird.
Oh, God
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah, the one that they tried to replace Ninjago with, but then the fans were not thrilled.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right.
Awesome. So
Give me my
last
mulligan.
we
Yeah.
left off, the party having made their
Better
way
revive.
through the entrance to the High Forest, passing along, discovering some rather odd orcish entities, but more demonic looking than regular orcs. Managed to scale a very high cliff and eventually enter into a main entrance to the Star Mounts, a relatively known and well-traveled area within the High Forest, somewhere that a few adventurers and a few just pathfinders wanted to make their way to accordingly. Making their way up the mountain, they were able to make their way inside, found a fairly large open room with gorgeous crystal clear water pools and a series of large stalagmites coming up from the ground. But pushing a little bit further in, found that those stalagmites were not quite what they seemed, as three massive roper entities, huge pseudopod tentacled creatures, began wrapping them up and pulling them inside and eventually biting down. Not enough to take down anybody in the party, but definitely a true annoyance and hindrance upon their adventure. Les doing his thing. What the heck? There we go. Les doing his thing eventually made his way to... Oh, no, it's all good. Les doing his thing eventually found a very narrow entryway underwater on the far end of one of the entrance caves that he didn't realize was marked with the symbol for Erlan, the ancient Elven empire that was dominating the High Forest several hundred years ago. But pushing forward, found his way to a large area full of these very interesting tri-colored flowers, the tri-bloom flowers, which Elith immediately recognized as dangerous and tossed away right before a spit of acid was released at Les. But with Les's assistance and with everybody making their way down underneath and following this path, believing something to be on the other side, eventually you found yourselves surfacing in an empty chamber, small dancing lights floating throughout the air as if just the tips of candles floating in amongst the air and allowing a little bit of light to be visible, you found yourselves before a very large depiction of a mural of 7 riders on horseback, making their way on a long journey towards a forest off in the distance, with a very narrow crack in the wall beside them. You found a series of words written in Elvish upon their backs. Touched, hold what? The path without being is held, one must, and to follow in order. And that is where we last left off. So picking up this week, having had a little bit of time to think about what these words might mean, what is it you would like to do?
I think we have to rearrange those, kind of each statement. Potentially it's something said aloud. What do you guys think? I'm pretty sure I can have it rearranged to make sense, but what are people's thoughts on what might happen if we speak these words aloud?
Maybe we read it backwards.
Jordy, can I tell if any of the fresco has any spots on it that might be like mechanically that might move if we touch them, or might release if somebody sort of says something that activates it?
You did a pretty good check of it last time, and
I thought so, but I couldn't remember.
Yeah, it didn't seem like anything moved. It seemed like this was very much something that was carved into the wall. So it's just naked rock and then just carved inside to create these depictions of the 7 riders.
Mm-hmm. Does anyone think that it has something to do with, like the sun looks like it's sort of high, like maybe late afternoon, there's long shadows, and the sun is smaller than it would be kind of midday?
Maybe. I wonder if, I don't want to say the words aloud, but I can rearrange what they are, and I think it might be a riddle.
Okay. Well, if you don't want to say it aloud, can you kind of like maybe, I don't know, like I'm sure we have like a pen and paper. Can we just write that down?
I've got parchment. I'll
Yeah, cool.
write out what I think, because I don't want to speak the words aloud because I feel like that might trigger something.
Well, why not just trigger it?
Yeah, that's, you know,
We're ready. We're prepared.
that's true, yeah.
It might
I'm
not
prepare my shield in case
This might
something
be a
just
riddle.
strikes out of the wall.
I think this might be a riddle, and I think as I say them, I think everyone should maybe hold their breath.
That sounds good.
Y'all
Right.
can.
To follow the path, one must hold what is held without being touched. And I'll also hold my breath.
Okay.
Shield up.
I want to make a perception check on the completion of saying that. Is anything in the vicinity changed?
So looking around, you guys can make your way over to Roll20 because you have the map available to you. So kind of stepping out of the water a little bit. A couple of you may be treading water still a little bit. Allura, you finish saying the words. Les, you're holding your shield up. Nothing
Here I am.
happens. All of you are holding your breath. 10, 30, a minute. Some of you starting to turn a little bit blue in the face, and nothing seems to happen.
Hey, Jordy.
Yeah.
We're on land there on the map, yeah?
Yeah, you guys can move yourself wherever you like onto land. It's just that
can we
little
see
narrow
down
area
that
you haven't gone
hallway
through
sort
yet.
of thing there?
You can start to see down the hallway a little bit. Now that you're out of it, I'll go ahead and reveal a little bit more.
Ooh, this is exciting.
Jesse, Shaw, would you mind taking?
Yes. I
Thank
got
you.
hope.
Okay.
Got you.
So there you go. So you can start to see down the hallway a little bit, and it seems to just be a very narrow. The map, I can't really make it narrower than 5 feet, but it's actually closer to like 2.5 feet. Like you're really, really pressed in there, stepping side by side, kind of inching along the wall a little bit in order to continue moving forward.
You said we might need to hold our breaths. Would we need to hold our breaths maybe walking down this tunnel?
That's a very distinct possibility.
I just didn't remember Jordy mentioning any tunnel. I thought it was just a room, so I thought something was going to happen.
Oh, yeah, sorry. There was a very narrow tunnel that you were kind of out beside, and the mural is kind of on this side right here. Oops, right here. So it's kind of like just to the left of the tunnel.
So it's kind of the...
I hate this on the phone. This sucks.
Okay. Seems exciting. Should we just hold our breaths and go down this hallway? What's the worst that could happen?
Amanda, do you want me to move Allura for you? Are you having
I
trouble?
did. I just got her. Yeah. It's really hard to do on it. The mobile app of Roll20 sucks.
Hey, Roll20, get your shit together.
Please.
Someone tag them.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag cancel Roll20.
Do that though.
Got him.
It's over.
Hashtag
Fantasy
Roll20
grounds
was over
from here
party.
on out.
Fantasy grounds from here on out.
Yeah, it's terrible how there's free service that allows us to play remotely. Like,
Oh yeah,
Kinda
it just
lag.
doesn't do exactly what we need it to.
Damn right.
Okay, so hold. Does anyone want to go, or
Do we
you
have
want-
a
I do.
marching order?
yeah, I can go first. I mean, if there's anything coming down the tunnel, I'll be the best if I can warn you all.
That's fair.
Do you want to
Sounds so
body guard?
resigned.
Yeah, or anyone who can help me sort of look for traps. Either muscle or discerning eye. Either, both would be welcome.
I
I
got
don't
both.
mind going up front. I'm pretty discerning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Leaf. I was just in the nicest way possible. Are you going to be able to fit through here with your armor?
Well, and my armor's fine. It's my juicy dumper. Let me see if I can squeeze in there a bit.
Leaf's too thick for the tunnel.
Jordy, how much? I've got a lot of cushion for the pushing.
Yeah,
but-
so you're scraping chest and ass, but you're doing it.
Ooh. All right, there's a little. It's a little toasty, but thank you for considering this. I think I'll be okay.
I'll stay on the end just in case you need like an extra little touch.
Little touch. That's appreciated.
All right, so you guys start to make your way down a little bit. So what's the marching order for this?
I'll go behind Elise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, I'll go after
Yeah.
Leslie.
Okay.
Allura,
I'll
do
go
you
next.
want to? Okay.
Yep.
Then
And then hopefully.
Look at us all going to a line. It's so
we'll pick,
And so Rick is a little bit easier. He can kind of just sit on your shoulder for this one. There isn't quite enough room for him to fly anywhere, so he's just kind of just chilling with you, Doc. So I'll just move
That's
him
okay.
in behind your character.
That's how it should be anyway.
All right, so all of you starting to make your way. I'm just going to move you all a little bit up.
and holding our breath.
Do the
Just
seven
assume-
dwarf sounds.
Jordy, as we go, like I'm being for sure on the front, like super careful to kind of like watch the floor for like tripwires or anything on the wall that looks like there's like a panel or something come through. Just
Yes,
basically
idea.
not trusting my surroundings.
Yeah, sounds good. So all of you hold your breath and suck in. Start to shuffle down the hallway a little bit. You get a good 10, 15 feet in, 20 feet in.
So
Nothing
cool
seeming
watching
to
them
happening
move on
so
their
far.
own.
Little conga line going.
Elith, with your dark vision, you're able to see up ahead. There is eventually a turn,
Mm-hmm.
and you kind of just shuffle through as best you possibly can. With Elith, you being in front, you kind of just stepping over and through stuff. I'll get you to go ahead and make just a quick perception check for me.
Sure thing. I was also going to say, guys, Leaf, I know it's kind of uncomfortable for you, but if you don't mind being in the dark for a little bit, if we can continue without a light source for now, I'm technically invisible in the dark for anyone that's using dark vision, so could be helpful, help us get a jump on anything we see. If Allura can sort of hug you from the front and Hope can hug you from the behind, then
Yeah.
we can bring you
throw
through.
your
I
head
always
on
knew
the
I'd die like this, so yeah, it's fine.
I promise if anything happens,
Resigned
I'll
to
bring up my globes for
All
you.
good.
Okay. Perception?
Yep.
That was bad. 15.
15. So you kind of stepping forward as best you can. Your hands are up a little bit. You're like kind of doing your best to not touch the wall. And you're kind of shuffling across the ground a little. And your foot just catches on something that's kind of just right on the edge of the ground. And you stumble a little bit. I'll get you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Oh boy.
Oh,
It's heating up.
Here it is, TPK.
18.
No.
18. Okay, so you managed to just barely lift your foot off the ground enough and then step a little bit further, and you notice that there was one of the stone tiles on the ground that was just a little bit higher than all the others. and you just barely managed to step over that one, realizing that there was probably some kind of a pressure trap associated, but you were on the lookout for it, and you were able to avoid it.
Yeah, so before I'm going to bring up, and then once we're all past, just drop again my globes so that Leaf can see to step over this and like sort of point it out. Like right here, you see that? Be careful, pass it back. And as I like move forward after it, and as people kind of step past it. And I leave just one of my globes hovering over it so Leaf can see.
Okay. All right. So for everybody, you're able to see what it is now, so you can go ahead and make a dexterity check. Dexterity saving throw at advantage to try and avoid that one.
Would folks be close enough to me so at least Allura and Leaf?
Allura and Leaf and you would all get the bonus.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, thank God. Cool. I rolled a 5 and a 12.
All right, so we'll go down the line. Les, what did you get?
20.
20. All right, so Les managing to successfully step across. Doctor?
I am right.
Dirty
behind.
20.
Dirty 20, managing to successfully get across. Allura?
What is the bonus from Hope?
+2.
+2.
Oh, dirty 20 then too.
Dirty 20. All right, so all four of you really quite easily being able to step your way across. Next up, we come to Leaf.
16.
16. With the assistance of the globe and kind of purposely avoiding touching the globe, you managed to step over it with no real issue. And last up, Hope.
15.
15. Exactly the DC. So you all managed to step across, just barely making it. So Leaf, you would have failed.
Without Hope.
Yeah. So with that, you all managed to step across this slightly raised platform, not exactly knowing quite what it was going to do, but with the walls being as close to you as they were, probably not going to be a good thing, whatever it was. So you all push your way a little bit further in.
Leaf
Jordy, are there any like runes or stuff on the walls?
We'll come to that in a sec. Sorry, Hope you were about to say.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Leaf, can you pass on what was that question? 'Cause
Are
I
you
heard
talking, or are you... Because right now you're holding your breath.
Oh. Okay, then I won't. I thought when a Leaf had passed the message that we were just talking now.
No,
I
just
forgot about that.
put the... Oh, you did actually. Yeah, that's a good
Well,
point.
I mean, I could have touched my bow, but I did forget about holding my breath.
Yeah, so what's your Constitution modifier?
Great. I mean, I'm being honest. I totally forgot about that, and I did say in game I'm just gonna turn around and warn people. So,
Yeah.
My Constitution modifier or my saving throw?
Modifier.
1.
+1? Okay. In that case, yeah, so you would have released your breath a little bit. You would have just barely gotten to the end of it. But it's not exactly far. You know what I'll do? I'll get you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Okay, that's fair.
Sorry.
Nope. You know what? I fully forgot, so it's fair.
I was sort of thinking we weren't like even in the area that we were supposed to hold our breath yet, so it's good.
Yeah. 10.
10. You release your breath a little bit to say those things, and then kind of instinctively realize, oh shit, I'm supposed to hold my breath. And as you do that, you just feel a sharp, and you start to feel yourself choking a little bit. And you take,
Hot air.
you take 12 points of poison damage,
Mm-hmm.
and you are considered poisoned.
Oh crap.
Okay.
Machi.
As you kind of not knowing, not seeing anything, but kind of looking ahead and looking into the, and trying to figure out exactly what might be causing this, you're seeing that the wall itself looks a little bit on the porous side. And so you'd imagine that there might be something that's coming through from the other side of that was just leaking through to the other side.
Okay. At that point, I touch Whisper, look back at everybody, and project at everyone what just happened, and that I'm okay, but definitely keep holding your breath and don't touch the wall if you can avoid it.
Believe I'm right here. Oh,
You just talk.
Poison.
Kidding.
We're running bits right now. Let's get it.
All right. So with that, you are considered poison, so that's disadvantage on all attack rolls and all ability checks. And oops, I'm just going to reveal a little bit more here. And you eventually come to the end of this area, coming out into a little bit of a larger open space. So all of you continuing to hold your breath, or you're releasing your breaths?
Knowing the common Did Elith convey that the walls were porous and actually the lights are off? I can't see shit. Never mind.
Yeah. Sorry, Doc, you were going to say, could you find any runes or anything on the walls, right? Yeah.
That's correct. Yes.
So go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
I shall.
Leaf, you could have seen the walls when the lights were up, though, if you noticed that.
I'm thinking I probably would have known to, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I can't see them now. That's probably more if we turn them on.
Jordy, that's 27.
27.
What?
So the walls are not only porous, they're actually holes in the wall. And you can see, kind of just looking through that a little bit, you can see a little bit of color on the other side of that that's very similar to the tricolor bloom that you had been swimming through. And so you would imagine that this is probably an effect caused by one of those flowers that's releasing some kind of an invisible gas into this narrow chamber. But on that high of a roll, coming to the end of the narrow chamber, as things open up a little bit, you notice that the porous walls and the holes in the walls start to close again, and it is solid rock again. So you would imagine that this area a little bit further on is probably safe.
Great. I'll motion to everybody that it's okay to breathe in this area.
All right. So all of you start to make your way out and through into here. Whoops.
Once we're out of it, Leslie.
Yeah. Just going to move all of you up and
Oh,
through.
good thing we're here.
So you all kind of push your way up a little bit further and eventually around that corner. And Doctor, you kind of looking at the walls at this point, you feel like it's pretty safe to say that you're able to take a breath, and you kind of instinctively suck in through your mouth and you don't feel any of the burning. You don't have the same reaction that Elith did. So you feel like this is safe and you let everybody know.
Nice.
Elith, if you're not feeling good, I think I can fix this if you want.
Yeah, I'm a little green around the gills, but if you want to save your spells, I can wait for a little bit.
I don't know. I think it's probably best that everyone's in tip-top condition, so I'll kind of step up and cast Lesser Restoration on Leith.
All right. So with that, as the spell takes effect, removing the poison condition, Elith, you are no longer poisoned, and that effect would have lasted for 1 hour.
Thanks, Leaf. You really saved my bacon.
Oh, no problem. I mean, you helped everyone back there, so it's the least we can do. I was,
Alrighty, so pushing forward a little bit, you've got a little bit of a narrow pathway, but nothing overly narrow or anything, and you're kind of keeping an eye out, Elith, at the front of the party, looking for the same kind of porous material, looking for the walls to be similar. You don't notice anything the same. It seems to be something you can just continue walking.
Love it.
Alright, so I'll get you guys to start.
You want us to move, Jordy, or are you going to move us?
No, I'll get you guys to move, because I'm going to reveal some more areas.
ooh.
I then suddenly go.
Been holding your breath, just like. Okay, next time we have to hold our breath, we're doing it just like out of care, like in real life.
In real life? I'm down for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Finding Nemo rules.
That
No.
was like 10 minutes of out of gameplay, so.
I would just fake it. I've got a dodgy lung. I
Oh,
can't.
that's fair.
I just breathe through my nose.
Just one dodgy lung?
Well, actually,
You said like singular.
yeah. I mean, both are bad, but one's extra bad. So,
Alrighty.
Extra bad.
So all of you starting to make your way out. The pathway starts to open up a little bit more the further you get on. Elith keeping an eye out. Your passive is what again? 23?
23.
23? Yeah. You kind of noticing as best you can, making sure that people are avoiding anything that would cause them any scrapes or bumps. Not really running into any issues quite substantially. You can go ahead and move yourselves all the way up to the end of that empty space.
Like here? Or up here more?
All the way up to
Jordan?
where it ends.
Oh, yeah.
All the way up there.
Very well.
And the path just kind of continues on. It snakes a little bit to the right, and you're really just starting to make your way further and further into the catacombs that are underneath the Star Mounts. And it continues for several hundred feet. You guys have been walking for a little bit of a while right now with no motifs of any kind, nothing on the walls, really trying to keep an eye out for anything that might be revealing what the path ahead might be, what thing you might be walking towards. Nothing seems to be indicating that until eventually you're around this corner and you see again a very, very long straight hallway, but you're noticing that now the floor is substantially starting to get steeper going down. Less.
Can I, as we're traversing and walking through this gorgeous Starmount cave tunnel, can I look on the ground for any signs of any other creatures other than us that might have come through here?
Sure, go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Shut up! Damn, that's bad. I think that's gonna be like a 4.
4. Stone floors. Looks pretty untouched. Yeah, you're seeing a lot of rubble. Usually people, when they walk, they crunch rubble.
That's right.
Nothing there. You're good.
Those rock squids, they could be anywhere. They could be any rock. Any rock.
As we're kind of like moving independently, I'm gonna just bring up the lights for Leaf again so that we can kind of.
And easy
Thank
enough. And
you.
the lights don't ping off of anything. There's nothing, a little bit of shiny here and there in the walls. Maybe some iron ore deposits getting a little further deep down, but nothing of any real interest as you just kind of continue to press your way further and further down.
I feel like we're on the Magic School Bus exploring a digestive tract.
All aboard, children.
So you all go further and further down the hallway?
Yes.
Yeah, sure we
All right.
do.
All the way down to the end?
Keep an eye out on the walls to see if there's any holes that may be emitting again or anything like that.
Yeah, go for it.
Which one?
Well, Elite's kind of doing that already, but you can go ahead and make your own perception check if you'd like.
Hello. That's gonna be...
Whoopsies. I'm so sorry, Emma. I just moved you.
14.
14? Yeah, nothing that's really pinging. Like, it's a bit of a weird feeling where you've been able to see all this stuff and you've seen a couple of creepy crawlies so far, and you're kind of expecting something to jump out of the walls at you. Nothing's coming. Until
This is
eventually,
nice.
a little
This
further
is
down,
nice.
you see that the path forks.
Oh no.
This is less nice.
And you've got a
I
path to the
assume we
right.
take the one less traveled by? Anyone? Thank you.
Jordy, can I sort of tell if there's any difference between the airflow coming from either path?
Go
like-
ahead and make a... I'm going to say make her survival check.
Will
Alright.
Leaf announce this intention, or is this just something you're doing?
I think I'd roll up and just sort of like start looking around.
Cool.
I may not actually say it, but you could probably tell that I'm trying to like.
Leaf, do you need a little guidance, perhaps?
I always love your guidance, Leaf.
Oh, well, it's the least I can do.
Oh, bless. No, I mean that's a different spell, but yeah. All right.
Perhaps guidance.
Thank you.
So sorry, Elite, I'll let you finish that roll.
Yeah. I'm just grabbing my D4 out as well.
Okay.
Blurp. Well, that was a shitty roll, so that's probably good. 17. Thanks
17.
to guidance. Yeah.
Okay. Both of the paths seem to have pretty equal travel.
Mhm.
Yeah, nothing really distinct about either one.
All right.
Allura?
Can I? Oh, no. I'm fine.
Allura?
Is there a game mechanic to see what direction your gut says?
Make an intuition check.
I mean, I guess that would legit be like a wisdom check.
Yeah,
It's like a-
yeah, I would straight up just say make a wisdom check.
Okay, cool. I just want to know like which way my gut tells
Yeah.
me.
Allura pulls out her tarot cards and like.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So just make a wisdom check,
Yeah, just roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier.
which is 16.
16.
Yeah.
You're not really getting a strong indication of either way.
Feeling hungry.
It's kind of weird. Like, with the lights up ahead, just with your knowledge of finding interesting places to walk, the nature of this, something feels a little bit weird about it. Like, neither of the paths is exactly what you want to be following.
So we're going my gut says we're going the wrong way.
Not that you're going the
Yeah.
wrong way, but you guys start to kind of look a little bit further, and especially with Elite's light, Allura, you can see that the path to the right kind of cuts a little bit to the left at the end, and then looking down the other side, you see the path to the left cuts a little bit to the right.
A circle.
A perfect circle.
Doctor, is there any chance we want to send... Would Rick be into scouting around one of these, and maybe we can take the other?
I can't imagine he would oppose.
Is everyone cool with that?
It's already happened.
Before we do anything, I would quite like to pop my divine sense, see if both of these tunnels, if anything pings.
Mhm.
Popping
Jordy?
divine sense. Nothing pings. You get no indications of any kind.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
That's just for I might be able to help a little, but alas.
I mean, well,
Rick,
it does help.
that-
It helps because you know that neither path has any kind of undead.
Hey.
Yeah. Less?
I want to look for any, again, tracks, scratches on the walls, any kind of, maybe a pathway that's been more traversed than the other.
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Yeah. Damn it. 13.
13. You notice that the walls are pretty rough cut, but there's a section of it that's a little bit smoother than the rest.
Which path?
Which is interestingly not one of the paths. It's actually right beside you.
The wall is smoother than the other walls?
Yeah, like this little section. I'm just gonna draw a thing. This little section right in here is a little bit smoother than the rest. And Doc, as you send Rick around the corner,
Yes,
the path does seem to double back on itself.
of course.
Ooh.
So Allura.
Wait, I hear someone coming.
So I would have liked to take a look. I would have asked to do kind of like a, once we realize like, okay, we think that's one path, I would have started looking at the walls, trying to find a secret passage or a secret door.
Okay, let's go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Yoo-hoo.
I rolled a natural 1.
Nice.
So
They are walls.
So a natural 1,
Yeah, so it'll be a 10.
a 10. Yeah, like
Damn.
you trying to figure out exactly what Les is looking at, you're not able to see it. Everything looks pretty similar to you, but Les, with a little bit of extra craftsmanship, and especially you with your woodworking, knowing the difference between a plain, smooth surface and kind of a rough-edged one, something about
I
this
can
looks...
tell the difference. I'm very observant between rough and smooth.
Something about this looks not even tooled. It looks impossibly smooth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, after I realized how smooth this is compared to the jagged rock formation we've been used to, I was gonna further investigate it too and suss it out a little bit.
All right, so I'll go ahead and get you... pick another character to help you.
Oh,
What's the check, Jordy?
You don't know?
we don't know.
Very good.
Pick somebody to help you, Les.
Doctor's a bit of a sneaky character. I'm gonna ask him to help on
I'm
this.
kind of a guy like that.
Okay.
He's a bit of a character that likes to get out of sticky situations, I'd imagine.
All right, Les
I wouldn't phrase it like that, but sure.
and the Doctor, you can each
Yo.
make your choice of an investigation check or an arcana check.
Oh, you've chosen wisely, my friend.
Yeah, too bad. I'm gonna investigate.
Okay, roll your investigation.
I'm gonna take Arcana, Jordy.
Yep.
Yes.
That'll do.
All right, Les,
15.
15. Doc,
23.
23. Les, this wall is a real wall. But it's not the same as the rest of the walls.
Right.
Doctor, this is a real wall, but it's a magical wall.
Doctor, this is a real wall.
Yeah, but it's a magical wall there, Leslie.
Oh, gotcha.
Something about the way how smooth the stone is, and Doc, especially with your high passive investigation as well, you're kind of looking for any kind of runes, any kind of tooling marks, and you notice that on the bottom edges of the wall, you see two same symbols as what you saw before, the symbols for the sigil of Erlan.
Do you think we need to say the words again? Is that how this works?
Jordy, was there anything on the rest of the path as Rick was just kind of circling around that stood out?
As Rick was circling around, no. You guys have
Okay.
been able to move around a little bit and take a little bit of time looking at the walls. Nothing stands out. This is the one thing about this whole path that something just feels a little off about.
Cool. Love it.
Len. Sorry, Doctor.
No, you go ahead. I'm still processing thoughts.
Les, can you remember that dance that you had to do for us to get into the Van Richten's tower? Maybe kind of
Oh,
situation.
that's a good idea, Les. You should do a dance.
That's a good thought.
And just start invoking.
My dancers have saved the world many times.
I'm sure they have.
I'm gonna passively insight check that, but all right.
Do the glyphs down below? They don't look like. Did they look like do they look similar to the doored ones where we had to do dances and stuff?
Any
Nope,
Ys
they just
or
to you they look like tooling marks. It's just that the doctor, because he reads Elvish, recognizes that these are sigils of Erlan, the same one that you saw outside the entrance to the tunnel. To the
I want to
underwater
look back
tunnel.
at the like. Are we in pretty close quarters with the rest of the party?
Yeah.
Can I whisper to them and just say, "Should we say the words that we said to get in here in the first place?"
We didn't say any words to get in here in the first place, did we?
I thought we did, didn't we?
Oh, we held
what
our breath.
Allura was gonna say the words.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
So as I'm kind of watching them looking at this door, and they said it's a magical door. To follow the path, one must hold what is held without being touched, and then I'm gonna hold my breath.
Okay. So you finish the words.
In Elvish.
In Elvish.
In Elvish.
Okay. So you finish the words, you hold your breath. Do you wait?
Yeah.
Okay. You hold your breath and you wait.
Would we all kind of take note and hold our breath? So, in case it's like a group thing.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm holding my breath.
Yeah, why not?
Everybody's
There's
holding your breath?
enough-
Okay. So all of you suck your breaths in. Allura, you finish the words. Nothing seems to happen. You're looking at the wall. Nothing seems to change.
Can I touch the wall while I'm holding my breath?
You can. So you go up and
I would
just
like
press
to do
your hand
that.
against it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And your hand passes right through the wall.
Nice.
Perfect.
Oh,
Without being
hello.
touched. Still holding his breath, Leaf realizes it's a great time to let out that fart he's been holding for like 25 minutes.
That is not a
Wrap it
breath, so I'll accept it. So yeah, as you doctor, your
Josh
hand
ends
just
up with an arm
passes
halfway in
directly
there.
through the wall.
I'm just motioning like, let's do the same.
Mhm.
I would hold my breath and step. Once seeing the doctor kind of hand go through, it seems like a quite a large passage, right?
It is quite a large passage. It looks to be about probably 10, 15 feet across.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and
Yeah,
move that.
I would definitely.
Going.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I figured out
Ooh.
the cool stuff on Roll20 now. I can create
Jordy,
hidden
you
paths
wizard.
and stuff.
Ooh.
We just platform 9 3/4 that shit.
There you go.
Woo.
Woo!
Hey.
So Doc's
We did it.
Doc's in the lead.
All right.
Are
So
we
Doc's in the lead, and as you walk through complete darkness, kind of just feeling out in front of you, trying to figure out what's going on, because even though you're holding the breath, the wall is still there, and there is no light of any kind. Even your magical light, Aleth, is extinguished as you're walking through this space. And you continue on for 5, 10, 15, 20 tentative feet, kind of just stepping forward a little, bumping into each other, bumping into the walls, until eventually you step out on the other side and you reveal another straight passageway that curves off to the right a little bit.
Of course.
Hey. Jordy, I want to look at the walls. Same thing. Looking for those holes, signs of if anyone else has come through here.
Looking for holes in walls, no less.
That's right. Glory holes, baby.
All right, go ahead and make a perception check for
Saving
me,
the
Les.
planet. Investigation or perception?
Perception.
Hey, that's good. 19.
19. Nothing really strikes you. But as you guys continue moving forward, I'm going to go ahead and reveal a little bit of a section here.
Little bit of.
Stay where you are on the map there.
Oh, who's this?
Can you describe it to me or someone?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm going to
that's
describe
a-
it. Don't worry. I've got a little bit of a prepared statement.
Ooh.
So, As the wall fades and you manage to push your way through with a narrow tunnel continuing downward, snaking to the right, and as you descend, the path merges into a perfectly square chamber, almost 50 feet high and roughly 100 feet across. On the floor directly in front of you is an intricate gold inlay, forming what almost looks like to be woven vines of solid gold. Crossing over and through each other, looking at the walls and floor, you can see that the utmost care has been used, tooling the floor and the walls to create a nearly seamless space, save for the gap in the corner to enter the room. But dominating your view, I'm going to go ahead and reveal a little bit more, as you guys can kind of push up to the edge of the room here, if you like.
Very well.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Oh.
So, dominating your view, in the center of the chamber, stands a 10-foot-tall, four-sided obelisk made of light brown stone with similar gold filigree inlay as what's on the floor. What do you guys do?
Let's approach that.
Hang on a second before anyone does anything. Let's just maybe... The filigree, does it look like there's anything that... I know I'm kind of overcautious, but like, does it look like it could be trapped? Does it look like the filigree could have any kind of like weight mechanism, anything like that?
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Okie dokie.
Jordy, does the obelisk remind us of the stuff that we saw in the Amber Temple, like that Casimir made that deal with?
No, looks very different. Those were gigantic blocks of kind of clear glass amber. This very much just looks like very smooth cut stone with just gold filigree inlay kind of similar to the floor.
10.
10? Looking at the floor, kind of tentatively putting pressure on it, it is very solid. The floor that you've
This
been
is a
walking
real
down,
floor.
Yeah, the floor that you've been walking down at this point, you've had some like loose pebbles here and there. You know, it's a little bit rocky and different jagged edges in different places. This is a very harsh, immediate transition to perfectly smooth stone, perfectly smooth walls, and then this very strange square obelisk in the middle of the room.
Okay. I'm gonna let Kev go, but I have another thing after.
Okay, less.
Could I jump over those gold stringy bits?
You can certainly try.
Like, how long is it?
Well,
a couple
it's
feet, right?
yeah. Each
10
of these
feet.
are 5 feet, so you'd be looking at jumping 5, 10, about 15
And
feet.
right in the middle there, it's like 10 feet covered because it dips in a bit in the middle part.
Yeah,
I think
so
you can go around them. No?
Yeah.
you can kind of go around them a little bit. Yeah, there's a bit of a narrow area around the sides.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna attempt to jump it.
Okay, so let's go and make an athletics check for me. Try and do a running jump.
Hell yeah. Athletics. That is a 15.
15. All right, so with a bit of a 10-foot run up, you and you easily clear the 15 feet. You kind of come to a bit of a stop on the other side. I'm just going to move you, right about there or so, and kind of one more further step in as you really slow yourself down, and nothing seems to happen.
Seeing Les do that, can I kind of like try and do the same, like slightly competitive, like?
Yeah, try to go just a couple
Not
feet
let
further.
this happen.
Yeah, go for it. Go
What's
and make
that?
an athletics check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So Les is able to jump that and clear about 15 feet or so, and then come to a stop, and you kind of just hop the whole thing and land right next to him, and dead stop.
Can't let me have anything, can you? One thing.
I just wanted to make sure you were okay, friend. Don't like leaving a person behind.
Sure, I see right through you.
D&D Simone Boyle. Bales? Boyles?
Biles.
Bile.
There you go. Alith.
Yeah.
Just wondering, I know that obviously Drow and High Elf cultures are very different, but is there any familiarity or anything in this room or with the pedestal that would remind me of anything that I know?
Go ahead and make a history check.
All right. Cool. I'm really good at history.
I'm a learned fellow.
Not 1, so 2.
So two. Fuck high elves, man.
nose
Them
just
with their,
starts
like,
bleeding.
stupid fucking gold on the floors. That shit gets to better use. Fuck these people. That's pretty much all you know.
Nice.
Fuck the man.
Yeah.
Okay, high elves. All right, got it.
Can I try and just sort of like walk around this part that everyone's been avoiding?
Yeah, so you're kind of able to just like press yourself up and buns squeaking against the wall.
Yeah.
You're able to make your way to the side,
Cool.
whichever
And then
direction you
can
want to
I-
move in.
Yeah, I kind of want to just catch into the center with Hope and Les.
All right. Everybody else doing the
Jordy?
same?
I'm just gonna walk across. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's filigree.
Take a couple of steps and you just pass right across the filigree. Nothing
Just for
happens.
what it's worth, these two things happened at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wanted known that I looked around, put my face in my palm, and then continued to walk forward.
Okay. So as you all start to make your way into the room, everybody taking a couple steps inside, a few of you stepping over the gold filigree. Those of you who speak and read Elvish, you
Yes.
realize that the filigree on the obelisk, on the column in the center of the room, is not just similar to what's on the ground, but it actually slowly forms words within the obelisk itself. And those words: to seek the knowledge held within, endure the trial of our kin.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Darkness fills this world with strife, so use the light to bring back life.
Ooh.
And as you finish reading that, and kind of all of you starting to get a little bit of a look into the room, Doctor, you kind of hear from Rick as he's telepathically coming to you going, Doc, shit. And you just hear as he flies out, and you hear as the entire area behind you is suddenly caved in, and the entire hallway is closed off behind you. I need all of you to roll initiative, and then I'm going to make a description.
Oh, yes!
Could you also drop that? I was writing it down, but I didn't get all of it. Can you drop the inscription in the chat too, please?
Yep, I can.
Yep.
Thank you.
Work with that.
Yes, please.
Initiative.
Hide.
Hey, that's all right for me.
So I
It's gonna
don't
be-
have a map where I can fully close that off, but you can imagine that it's a closed off area. And I'm going to go ahead and...
D&D fight music, commence.
So, no,
Oh, yeah.
chase music. So,
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, shit.
as you step into the room, I'm going to go ahead and copy this, and I'll just put it in the chat here. So that's your piece there. So, as you step in the room, you start to read the words, and you hear Rick coming in, and Doc, you kind of let everybody know, and all of a sudden you just see the rubble blowing inside the room. You see that adorned on each side of the... oh, sorry. Hang on. I apologize. There we go. So, as you make your way into the room, step across the platform on the floor, you hear cracking and falling stone as the tunnel collapses behind you, effectively sealing the chamber. The walls darken, and sand falls to the ground in the center of each wall, revealing four roughly circular gems encased in small glass orbs, each about 5 feet off the ground. I'm going to go ahead and show those ones here.
What the fuck is going on?
Draw shape.
Oh.
Oh, why can I not draw a circle? What? Oh, apparently I can't draw a circle.
Circles are tough, man. I get it.
There we go. So,
Little freehand circle.
got, yeah.
Hi,
We'll just do some
is
freehand circles here. So we've got a red one.
Freehand circle is my ska band.
Got a yellow one. Got a blue one.
Got earth, wind, and
Got-
fire going good.
Black one. Okay, so you guys, I think, should be able to select those and potentially move them around, but I can kind of control that. So, the four roughly circular gems encased in small glass orbs. The tiles on the floor suddenly start to glow, shifting from light brown to a very bright, vibrant red. And each of you realize that the tile you're standing on gets even brighter, then flashes white. I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I'm in for
Are you
it.
going to get our initiative?
Yep, this is right after... This is just before initiative.
We get Hope's bonus, right?
Everybody except Elith gets the bonus.
Oh, dope. Okay.
So, +2.
Jordy, I'm sorry to be a pain. Can you drop that inscription? Because I feel like how I want to react to whatever's going on will depend on what the second line was, and I don't remember it because I was trying to write it in the post.
It's in the chat. If you look in the video conference, I put it in the chat.
Oh,
We have a chat.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I sent it to... Why did I send it to Kevin directly? Sorry.
Nice.
Because I'm awesome.
Put it in Slack. I
There you
can't
go.
access.
Oh, yeah.
There.
I'll put it in Slack.
I'll put it there, Jordy.
It's all good. I got it open.
Okay, all right.
Thank you. I'm so sorry.
No worries. Visual aids from Jordy.
Sorry,
There
just
There you go. So-
Filled.
thank you.
Use the light to bring back light.
Okay. So, dexterity saving throws first. I'll just go around here. Allura.
My dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity
or
saving throw first. Yeah.
That'll be a 23.
23. So the light underneath your feet flashes white and erupts in a vertical pillar of white flame. You get to jump to an unoccupied square directly beside you, and you do avoid taking damage.
Okay, I'll do that. So I have to go to one right.
You have to go one directly adjacent to you.
I hate this. I'm so sorry. I would go down.
Okay. Can somebody move Allura then? Okay.
Yeah. I'm
So
sorry.
this
It's
tile
really
here
hard, like-
is now erupted in white flame.
Okay, Jordy, quick question. How far, because I know there's a ruling on this and it's based on like our athletics, or sorry, our strength score or something.
Yeah.
How far can we jump from a standstill?
From a standing still, horizontally, I believe it's equal to something like 3 times your strength modifier. Horizontal jump 5e. Without a running start, your long jump is 5 feet horizontally.
Okay, cool.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. It is dependent on your strength score and how tall you are. Leaf, what is your strength score?
It is +2.
Okay, so 14.
Yeah, 14.
Okay, and you are how tall?
8 feet tall.
8 feet tall. Your long jump is 7 feet. So yeah, so we'll say for everybody, you can jump one square directly beside you. Okay, so Allura, you managed to evade that as the pillar of white flame erupts out of the ground, and you notice that the floor underneath your feet is starting to turn from red to a little bit whiter, but you're not quite in the range, or it's not quite damaging to you yet. Leaf, we'll go to you next. What was your dex save?
18.
18. You also managed to jump to the side. You get to pick a square adjacent to you that is not...
I'm gonna go right next to Elise because I might have an idea.
Okay, so those two are
Sorry.
off. Allura. Hope, same thing. What was your dex save?
15.
15 succeeds. You go ahead and jump to a square directly adjacent to you. So, do you want to go down, up, left, right, or diagonally down to the left, diagonally up to the right?
I don't know. Where am I in proximity?
Yeah,
You're pretty close to the
we're
audience.
in a line. I don't know. They could probably pop.
Do you want to go closer to Leaf or away from Leaf?
Closer.
Okay, cool.
So there's one square closer. All right, so this one is now
I got
erupted
it.
in flame. Less dex save.
I got an 18.
18 succeeds. You can go ahead and jump to an adjacent square.
I'm going to go right there.
Okay. And Doc,
22.
22 succeeds. Jump to an adjacent square.
Aces. Let's go up there.
Okay. And Elith,
18 as well.
18 as well also succeeds. So you can jump to an adjacent square. All right, perfect. So with those squares marked off, I'll go ahead and get everybody's initiative now, please. 25 to 20. 20 to 15.
18.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I got a 26.
20. Oh yeah, fucking bards. Nice. I was like 26.
What? No, that's nothing to do with the bard.
Oh no. Well then how's it a 26?
I rolled a 20.
Yeah.
And I have a +4, and then I also have a +2 because I'm a rogue.
Oh right,
I have
because you get your
optional-
charisma modifier. That's what it is. Yeah. So Allura is a
I potentially
26.
get a higher initiative once I get second level bard.
Yeah, very nice. Awesome. So that's Allura. So 20 to 15. Doc, you said 18.
That's right.
Okay.
I got 16.
16 for
17.
Les. 17 for Elith. Okay.
I also got 18.
18 for Leaf. Great. And Hope.
That's a big one for me.
7.
7. All right.
Yeah.
So
We're only conversing.
The
all of you-
rainbow is in dice jail right now. Dice jail.
So as the floor on those 6 squares erupts in white flame, you notice that all 6 of you are able to jump to an adjacent square, avoiding the fire, but you notice that the square you're now standing on is starting to get a little bit lighter. And you notice that it's probably going to erupt in flame the longer you stand on it. So starting things off, Allura, where do you want to go?
Okay. I am going to go. I'm going to go down again.
Okay.
I can't do it.
It's
Do
okay.
you want to go down or diagonally?
Uh,
Diagonally down or?
What do you want to go towards? That's kind of a better question. Where's
Yeah.
your end goal?
I don't know the answer to that. Basically, I'm like debating going towards that stone, or I'm going towards that, like the obelisk in the center. Does there look like there's any like divots or like partitions or spaces on the obelisk?
On the obelisk?
Yes.
It doesn't look like there is, no.
Cool. I'll just.
It's
go
just
towards
got a
the
flat
gem.
top. And the gems are all kind of flat discs that are inside glass orbs.
Okay, I'll go towards the black. Actually, so am I allowed to like move? Like, is this my?
Yeah,
like...
you can move.
Okay, so your turn.
It's your regular turn. It's just
Oh.
that instead of combat, we're just determining in what order everybody moves based on initiative.
Okay. So I still have my full movement.
Yeah, you still got your full movement. You can dash. You can interact with
Ooh,
objects.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
I'm going to, because I'm the fastest and can move the furthest. I think I'm going to go all the way across to the yellow orb.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
I
35,
can actually move 40 feet on the first round too,
50.
but
Shit.
55,
Fuck.
60.
Okay. Do you want to go to? You can probably.
no, I was actually going to say I could go to the blue one.
I'm headed for the red one, so.
Okay, so
Jordy, quick.
I'm just quickly going to create a couple of little gem things here for you guys, just so you have them. Just give me a sec.
Okay.
Oops. That's not what I wanted. Should have had all this prepared, but I totally forgot.
That's
No
okay.
worries.
You didn't think we'd be so smart to get through the secret passageway.
I thought it
Just
would. I thought it would take you a little longer. I'll be honest.
My gut.
Take
Nothing
that
gets
as a
smooth
good
walls never get past me. That's what damn sure.
All right. There's a yellow gem. I'm going to quickly import these into Roll20. Ugh.
Is someone rolling a dice?
That was me.
Like, I could just hear like a really small like knocking sound, and I was like, "Is this my imagination?"
No, it's the guy from It Follows.
Perfect. Thank God it's finally here.
I know.
Okay, so we've got a yellow gem there. We got a red gem going on up at the top.
Ooh.
We've got a black gem
Truly
going in on the
outrageous.
side. I wish these were PNGs, but whatever. And we've got a blue gem going in at the bottom. And so these are all inside orbs at the moment. Inside just kind of glass orbs. So, Allura, with 60 feet of movement, you're able to make your way, or sorry, using your full movement Your dash is a bonus action, and your action to dash. You can move 90 feet, which gets you to the yellow gem.
Hey.
So that's using everything I can possibly
Everything
do.
you've got. It's a free action to pick up one of the glass enclosures, and you've got 15 feet of movement left.
Was there knocking on the window, Kevin?
No, it was upstairs.
Okay. It's like, what is happening? I have 15 feet of movement.
Correct. So you're able to pick up the glass orb that the gem is in.
Okay. Yep.
And you kind of like looking at it, and I'll say just kind of taking a cursory glance, you can imagine that this enclosure can probably either be broken or carefully split apart.
Ooh, that would take an action.
Correct. It would.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and freehand.
Yeah, I'm going to take my movement and move as close to the obelisk as I can.
Here. I'm just marking off.
Oh,
your
wow.
path.
Yeah, I got fucked.
Whoa!
Yeah, I was going for the black.
All right.
Someone's been watching Fall Guys.
Hey, Amanda, do you recognize this game from Fall Guys?
She never made it to this level.
Oh, okay. So, you are able to make it over there. You picked up the gem, and because of the speed that you've moved, you don't need to make a dex save at the end of your turn. You have enough time to end your turn there and start your turn and move somewhere else in time.
I'm so sorry. I was looking at the can you repeat that?
Okay, so you were able to make it over to the gem. You've picked up the orb. You figured out you can probably either like smash it in some way or pick it apart, essentially. And you've got 3 squares of movement left. Because of the speed you moved, you used your entire movement. The floor is a little bit delayed. It's not like you instantly step on something and it immediately erupts. It's that as you move across it, about 2 seconds later, it erupts in flame. So you figure, so just me as the DM, I'm telling you, you can end your turn on a square as long as you move off of it at the start of your next turn without taking damage.
Okay, I will move. I will use as much shit. Okay. So basically we should try to move diagonally, you guys, so we don't like cut off any like major paths. Okay, so I'm going to use my what?
So you got 3 squares of movement left.
Yeah, I'm going to go move. Fuck! I've screwed it up by going straight half through there.
You're all good. You got this.
Okay. Yeah. I'm
Lee's just surrounded.
No, you can still go diagonally through. Like you're still able to.
That was going to be a question I'm asking. Is it a perfect 5 foot, like is it taking up the entirety of the 5 feet, or like can I diagonally go through?
You can diagonally go between them.
Okay, so I can do that? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
That's not going to take damage. It's more so that you can't step on an existing square.
Yeah, that was sort of the thing I wasn't super sure about. That's my question.
All good.
Okay.
My other question, Jordy.
Yeah, go for it.
If Allura's running and they don't burst into flame for about 2 seconds, do we have like within, if we're kind of having turns close to her, are we able to cross the path before it bursts into flames, or basically in game as soon as they make their path, we can't go through it?
You can certainly try.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh yeah, I know what that means. Go ahead and try, you future fried chicken. Okay.
So, Allura,
Okay,
did you want to move a little
Deep
more?
fried drow.
Yeah, I'm going to take I'm gonna move 3. I'm just gonna stay where I am for now.
You gonna stay where you are? Okay. So, Allura, that wraps up your turn. You're now holding the gem still in its glass enclosure. After you, we come up to the Doctor and Leaf. Who's going first?
You want to take this, or shall I?
So all you.
Cool. Okay. Rick moves on my turn, right?
Correct. And Rick is flying. You did notice that Rick, because he's not touching the ground, does not seem to be triggering this.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look to Rick and tell him to get his cute, demony little butt down to the blue gem.
Okay.
Because he has an action, he can pick stuff up, right? He just can't attack.
He has an action that it can pick stuff up, yes, but the gem enclosure is a little bit larger than he is. So he might not be able to lift it.
Okay. Well, you know what? It's still worth a try. He flies 30, right?
Yep, and he can use his action to dash an additional 30 if he wants.
Why am I counting by numbers?
So you can get to right about here.
Love it. I'm going to get him to there then. As for me, I am going to get my cute little butt up to the red gem.
Okay.
I'm moving straight up and then one there.
Okay, so that's used, that's used, that's used. Okay.
Um,
And you
I
get
am
a free
going
action to
to-
pick up the gem, so you still have your action available to you.
Fantastic. I am going to try and break that bad boy open.
Okay, so you can make either a dexterity check or a strength check, your choice.
Dex, please.
All right, dex, so you
I'm
kind of try and get your
will.
fingernails and pull out a little knife that you might have and just try and pry it open. Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Hell yeah. Okay, that's not so bad. So 15, Jordy.
15 is the DC, so with that you
Oh.
pop it open, and inside you see a perfectly flat, fairly smooth gem of blue color, but it's a little bit circular-ish, kind of not
Red one,
perfectly
yeah.
cut. Oh, sorry, red one, I should say.
thank
Yeah, so you've got a red one that you're now holding outside of its enclosure.
Love it. And I am going to... How much movement do I have left? I've got
You've got 3 squares.
3, okay. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and start beelining towards the obelisk.
Okay, so we'll say that's used, and that's used. And you can move the gem with you, so you should be able to control it.
Oh, okay, yes, it's coming. It's coming with me.
Perfect. All right,
That's
awesome.
where you live now.
Great, so that's the dock. Leaf, you're up.
Cool. So I'm gonna do the diagonal.
Yeah,
slip.
diagonal hop. Go for it.
I'm also gonna. Can I be yelling out to the group my thoughts on this? If bring the darkness, or bring light to the darkness, should I cast light on the one gem that isn't a color?
So I will say, as you're noticing that and you kind of look around the room a little bit, as these gems have fallen to the ground and the sand has expired, you're starting to notice that in the center of the room, a very, very narrow shaft of light has appeared directly above the center of the obelisk.
Okay.
Essentially, it's illuminating the center of the obelisk.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just
So that's one. Cool. So 2, I want to grab the gem. So that's 10 feet, I believe.
so
Is that cool?
yeah,
Yeah, right there. And then I want to move diagonally back.
so there you go. So you've got a narrow shaft of light that is on top of the obelisk.
So I think I've used 15 feet of movement. I grabbed the thing and I want to start moving back towards it.
Okay, so you've used 5, 10,
10,
15,
and
yep.
then, yeah, the one I'm on. 20, and then
And then back
25.
across. Yep,
Yeah, back there.
20, 25.
And then I guess, yeah, 30 for this. And then I want to, for my action, open the...
Okay, go for it. Go and make a strength check or a dex check.
Yeah. Oh, I'll go strength. I'm a beefy boy. Hell yeah, that is 15.
15. That is the DC. So with that, you kind of take the gem and you
so proud of
try and
that.
figure out exactly what you're trying to do, and then just kind of look at the ground and go, fuck it. And you just smash and hit it against the ground, and the glass shatters, revealing the black gem inside.
Okay, cool. And then I think that's my full turn, so I'm gonna chill there.
That is your full turn. You have a bonus action left, but I don't think...
Yeah, I'll, yeah. Can't remember what my,
Yeah, it's all good.
We're good.
All right, so that's going to be your turn. After you, we come to Leith.
Yeah, I am going to. And 1 second, I just remembered I could do something. Yeah, sweet. I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike on myself.
Okay.
And I have 40 feet of movement on my first turn in combat.
Yes, you do.
So I can move total of 70 feet this round. Jordy, I'm just
80?
gonna do. Sorry.
Wouldn't it be 80?
No, Zephyr Strike gives me an extra 30 feet.
Oh, it gives you an extra 30. Sorry. Okay, yeah. So 70 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, gotcha.
I'm just going to, the way I had it before, I was able to make a path that got me there in like 35 feet. So I'm just going to show you how I'm going to go. That's cool.
So one thing, this is just adding on, because a Leaf earlier you asked what your standing jump is. A running jump is longer. So you're actually able to running jump. I believe it's 3 times your strength modifier. Let me just double check that.
So hypothetically, we could jump over 2 squares.
It is a minimum of 10 feet horizontally, as long as you get a 10-foot running jump. So, Leith, if you run straight down, you can leap over the square that Allura has used and land on the other side without issue. There's no check required.
I just wasn't sure how high up it went as well. But if it's just sort of like the square itself needs to be cleared, then I can easily do that. Yeah. So
it's kind of a combination. As long as you can run at 10 feet in a straight line at a square, you can pass over one that's already been used without taking damage.
Okay, cool.
We don't want box Leaf in. We want Leaf to still have a path.
Yes. Okay.
I'm proud of this puzzle.
I don't really have any way to run that doesn't really box Leaf in. Unless I go. Sorry, I have to measure it out. That messes me up
It's
now.
65 to get there if you go that route.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I could do.
Yeah, it's 30 to there and then another 35 to get down, because you'll be 1 square above that.
That's fine. I can do that because that gets me there.
Yep, and that way you're also not having to make any checks if you don't want to, or it's up to you how you're going to do it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I would rather just leap like a dusky gazelle over these.
All right, so go ahead and go square by square, and I'll mark off which ones you've used.
Okay. I'm going to try and make sure that I don't box in Allura either.
You're also boxing me in.
She's moving diagonally though, so you can kind of hop across.
No, if it's diagonally in one line, the problem with Leaf is that there's a straight line beside and on the other.
I see. Okay.
And he can't get a running start. We can get a running start, so we can get over more.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going Hail Mary on this whole putting this one in the light, so don't mind me.
Okay, I'm gonna do there.
Or we can get Rick to do that, actually.
I'm working on it.
There. 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 Oh, do I have to be running straight, right?
You can cross diagonals without making a check.
That's what I kind of mean. So I'm running like there.
So you could go to this square that's directly beside you instead of doing that side step.
Yeah.
Can you ping it? Sorry. Which one do you mean? This one here?
This one here. So you could go from here to here.
Right. I'm just trying to figure out a way not to cut Allura off either.
You're not gonna cut me off.
Okay.
If you keep going a straight, like a perfect diagonal, I'll be fine.
Right. So sorry, Jordy, I'm just confirming. So if I jump over this one, because I know that it has to be straight on it, but I'm running at it diagonally in a straight line, so I can just jump this one, right?
Well, you came 1, 2, 3, and then you would go here and then here.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Is that okay for you, Allura?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So I'm here. Burp, burp, burp.
Yep.
And then.
And now you can take whatever path you want to get to the blue one. Up to you.
Yeah.
Just make sure to leave yourself enough space to get back in.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure how to do that. I think we're just gonna have to play it by ear a little bit. Doot. Doot. Doot.
Yeah, smart pathing. One more.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that was your bonus action and your movement.
It was not my bonus action. It was just my move. Oh yeah, because I cast the spell. That's right. Yeah. So for my action, I pick up the gem as I saw my other compatriots do, and I will try to open it with dexterity rather than smashing it if I can.
Yep, go for it.
If it makes sense too, I would just sort of take out Whisper and try to like pry it open a little bit.
Yeah, essentially you're taking an arrow trying to find some kind of a groove that you can fit it into, and it does appear to be two halves of a glass orb. You just have to find the groove.
Okay, and it's a dexterity check?
Dexterity check, yeah.
Man, my normal awesome dice has been rolling like shit for me tonight. 13.
13, you're trying to find the groove and you're just scratching against the glass. It is not open, unfortunately.
Okay, if it doesn't work, can I just smash the thing instead?
As an action on your next turn, yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you can keep trying it, as whether it's smashing it or finding the groove. It's an action to try and open it.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so that's going to be where you end?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's going to be Elith's turn. Next up, we come to Les. Les, what are you doing?
Okay, well, I am going to... So jumping is considered to be an action, yeah?
Nope, jumping is just regular movement.
Okay, can I jump onto the obelisk?
You'd have to move 5 feet forward, and then you could jump onto it, sure.
I'm trying to... I mean, like, jumping from where I am onto the obelisk is 5 feet.
You don't... Yeah, it's more than 5 feet, because it's 5 feet between you and the obelisk, so you're actually jumping 10. So you need to have a running start for that.
Okay, so I'm going to make it there.
Okay, so these 2 squares are expended.
Move over to this side of the obelisk.
Okay.
I'm going to... Because I have 2 attacks if we're doing this, like, battle-minded with initiative and stuff, right? Or no?
I don't know. What are you trying to do?
Well, I'm about to get to that point. So, I'm going to take... I have 2 attacks, so what I'm trying to do is to take 2 of my daggers to throw it at... Or Elith, I guess, is there. Elith, have you broken the casing on this thing?
No, you can see that she's struggling with it.
No, but I have it in my hand. Like, I'm holding it, trying to do a thing to it.
Because I can smash it with a dagger hit.
I can smash it next round or open it either way, too.
All right. Well, it looks like everyone's got their stuff.
Throw the throwing.
You know what, though? Like, if you are on the... Like, I was just going to ask Jordy if there was, like, a base there that we can, like, stand on where, like, the pillar goes up from that. You can kind of, like, help snag any of us who are trying to jump over the lit squares as we run back with these gems, too.
You could also use your action to like investigate the obelisk.
Well, I don't know. I have my mage hand too.
Oh, good.
That I can use to help get the gems, but not if they're encased in the heavier compartments. Because my move was going to be to throw a dagger at the encased gem, break the thing, and use my mage hand to grab it.
You wouldn't be able to do both of those things on the same turn.
Well, if we're going by battle turns, I could use Action Surge and do both. That's why I was asking, like, what mechanics are we using for this turn?
Then if you wanted to do that, you could.
Right, but Elite is currently holding the thing, so...
Yeah. Everybody's currently holding them. The only ones in the casing are the one on the other side of Allura, which you can't see, and the one that Elite is holding in front of her.
Elite, do you want me to stay here?
Am I allowed to have a free action to reply to that?
I'll say one word, yes or no.
Okay.
Yeet.
I'll just be like, come in. Like, yeah.
Okay. All right. So Les, you're hanging on there as best you can.
I got it.
It is a little bit narrow, but you are able to kind of hold yourself on there. There's effectively 4 safe squares directly adjacent to the obelisk on each flat side. The corners are not really safe.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just stay here. I'm gonna whip out my magic mage hand.
Okay.
And a flapping claw hand, mage hand, kind of have it out, sort of gesturing like I'm here to get. So if you want to pass it on to me, I have 30 feet of movement with it. So I want to put up mage hand and kind of float it out over towards Elith. It's got 30 feet of movement. So I can get it to about right in front of Elith.
Yep.
And I'll just follow with them with it in case they drop it or they want to like break it and pass it over to the mage hand.
Okay.
Because then I can just
there's your mage hand, so that's directly beside Elith.
I probably will just run back though because I don't want to be standing.
It's just in case. I'm just gonna it's like a supportive claw hand, just saying you can do it.
Right.
But I'm gonna use, if I can do action surge, I would look at the obelisk and just look at it a bit closer and see if there's anything.
Okay, I'll say
Strange at it.
this can be your bonus action because it's not exactly hard. You just summon Mage Hand
Okay.
on the other side. So go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
Ooh, 7.
7.
Not good.
It's really flat. 4 flat sides and a flat top.
Oh, maybe it's secret entrance in here. And I start poking around. But
You notice because you're kind of up on the side there and you're able to get up, the obelisk is about 10 feet off the ground, so you're kind of like struggling to look over the top. It looks like the light from the obelisk does hit the center of the flat top.
yeah.
I'll say that's the one thing you're able to find.
If you need me, if you want to pass the gems, the store's open for gem passing, and that's it.
All right, that's going to be your turn. After you, we come to Hope. So I know you can't really see the map, but
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
send the pictures. I've been sending pictures.
I was gonna say I might. Emmer, do you want me to kind of?
I fully trust you.
I was
yeah.
gonna say at this point it seems like kind of everyone that can get a gem has a gem.
Yep.
So it would be more of like a kind of self-preservation thing, or kind
And
of.
like not destroying like paths.
Oh, actually. Okay. I'm gonna have them. Leaf will go. Here, Hope, and kind of hold out the gem for them to grab.
That's not really something that you'd be able to do.
Would I?
They would have to take it from you. They could move
That would be more
beside
like
you.
them, like just grabbing it from me.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is that cool? Okay.
Yeah, because you essentially smashed it on the ground and you're holding it in front of you.
Yeah.
They could just take it directly from your hand.
Okay, so I'm gonna move them there.
Okay. So
They're
that's
gonna
expended.
cut directly in front of Leaf, so fully cutting Leaf,
Yeah.
and then from there grab the gem,
Yeah.
the dark gem, run to the obelisk and place it on top.
This is a question for Hope. Hope, do you want to place the black gem on top of the obelisk in the light?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sorry, yeah, I fully went in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take the black gem out of the casing, you take it out of Leaf's hands, you run up to the side, and you start to reach up over the top. Go ahead and just make a quick athletics check for me to try and jump up high enough to put the gem up on top.
I'm right here.
Oh, yeah. That is a 24.
24.
They've got insane hops.
Easily enough. You move in 10 feet, kind of put your foot right on the lip of it, and you do just a straight vertical jump into the light. You place the black gem in the center of the light and kind of slam it down on the top. And as you do, the whole room darkens a little bit. And Dr. Elith and Allura, all three of you notice that shadows start to pop up along the walls. And now we've got some creatures entering combat.
Oh, good.
Oh, hell. Well, hell.
Wait, hold on.
Oh no.
Oh, I see.
Fire floor and creatures.
Yeah. You guys put
Well,
the shadow gem in the place?
Oh, shit. I get it.
Shadow,
Choose the vessel of your own fate.
Pretty much. Well, no, it's not that. It's the riddle.
Yep.
So we've got.
Oh, no.
Hmm.
What is that thing? What is that thing?
All right, so we've got these.
It's probably a
creatures
shadow. Let's describe
They
it.
look
entering
like
into
it.
combat. All right, so I need to roll initiative for these guys.
Creepy, creepy shadows.
Ooh, shitty initiatives.
Oh, good.
Okay, so Hope, that was your turn. You slam the gem down on top of the light, realize nothing has happened, and then you start looking around a little bit. You see the shadows spawning to life and hands reaching out and gaping maws beginning to open on all four sides of the room where the gems were a part of the walls. What do you do?
Balls. And
Good reaction.
You need the gem.
Sorry. And kind of. Yeah.
They can end. Oh, sorry.
No, you continue.
Are they? This would be something we would have noticed with less. When someone's stepping on the obelisk, there isn't like any sort of weirdness happening there. Like it doesn't light up like it's gonna.
No, it doesn't, because it's a
Okay.
very narrow space. They're kind of holding on to the obelisk on
Yeah.
one of the corners, so it's kind of one of those things where you're sharing purchase with the other people who are there, which is why only 4 people can kind of be safe from the floor at a time.
And Les was on top of it previously, and is that part of the 4 people, or is that like
Yeah, so
5?
it's 4 sides of the obelisk. So essentially, Les is on the bottom. You're on the
Second layer.
one of the other sides.
Step.
Yeah. If you can imagine like a square step, you're essentially on one of the 4 sides of the square. And Les is on another of the 4. So is it +2? So it's 8. Okay, so creatures have joined the combat. That was Hope. Top of the round, we come back to Allura.
Whoa, hi. Me. Hello.
Cool. I am going to take this thing and move it closer to the obelisk.
Okay.
Move it. I like to move it.
Like, okay. I want to go closer, you motherfucker. Okay. I am going to move here
Okay.
with this thing.
Yep.
Can we move both of us? Oh yeah, there we go. There.
Okay.
2.
So you can kind of end your turn right next to the obelisk if you want.
Because I get how many? 6.
6 squares. Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Okay. And you've got your action to try and open it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Dex or strength check. Your choice.
I'll choose a +4 over a -1 any day.
Seems pretty good.
19?
19 succeeds. Easily enough, you're able to find the crack in it, bust it apart, and drop the 2 sides of the glass orb. You have the yellow gem in front of you.
Cool.
Hello, friend.
What's up, Les?
Can I, like, toss it to Les?
You haven't used your bonus action. Your bonus action could be to dash, if you wanted to move the extra 5 feet.
Yeah, okay, so I'll do that.
Okay.
And
So, just to check as well, Hope, you had the black gem up on the top there. What did you want to do with that when you saw all the shadows spawn? Do you want to keep holding it? Do you want to throw it somewhere? Where do you want it to go?
Oh.
Sorry, I forgot to clarify that.
Sorry, yeah, I didn't realize. Could I have like pulled it back out of the hole? Like, oh shit!
Yeah, it's essentially, you're putting it up on top of a flat square surface. You're just kind of placing it on top of that, waiting to see what happens. You saw the shadows spawn, so you can just take it right back, and now you're just holding it again.
Yeah, I would do that.
Okay.
I feel like. Do the shadows disappear?
They do not.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay, do we try with more than one gem, you guys?
Yes.
We try all of them.
Yeah, we try all 3 of them.
All 4, I think.
All 4? Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Allura, you've got the
frozen.
gem in your hand at the moment. You could try to place it up on the top with the extra movement you've
I
got.
would do that.
Okay, you go ahead and place the gem up on top. You place the yellow inside the sun's, the sun's rays shining down. You place it up on the top. Look around the room, kind of half expecting anything to happen. Nothing seems to happen. You just have yellow light passing through the gem.
Great. Good.
Cool, I'm gonna, like, pull it back off.
Okay, so you pull it back off. All right, so you're now holding the gem. That's your turn.
I'm gonna pocket it.
Sure. So we'll say that one is next to Allura and that one is next to Hope. Okay. All right, so that's going to be yours. Next up, we come to the Doctor or Leaf. Who's going?
I'll go first if you don't mind.
Oh,
Please.
you.
Sick. First thing first, I'm going to look at all the fire on the floor and cast Fly on myself.
Okay, so you
Nice.
cast Fly on yourself. The Doctor is now flying.
Fantastic.
As you lift off the ground,
And
the
I'm
floor
going
underneath
to-
you is starting to light on fire, but eventually not burning you as you move out of the space.
Love it. So I'm going to get my way to the obelisk. And with everyone there, Jordy, I'm an educated gentleman.
Yep.
Would I put together that prismatically these 4 colors might make either white or a rainbow?
Prismatically, you would know that some of the colors would form certain other colors. Together with black, they would form black.
Fantastic.
I'll go ahead and just give you a little image here for you guys.
Love it.
Oh yeah, we got the color wheel.
It's not a color wheel, but it's this image here. Copy.
I'm probably still gonna need a description, unfortunately.
Is it on Slack, Jordan?
It's on Slack, yeah.
Love it.
I will keep sending you pictures. Oh.
Okay, big fan. Cool. So, that in mind, I'm going to relay this information to the other, because I've got 3 other people around the pillar with me, that we probably need red, yellow, and blue up top on there.
Okay.
With that, Jordy, do I have a free action that I can put my gem up there, or is that a full action?
You broke the gem out last turn, right?
I did, yes.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a free action because you're flying. You can try to just place it up along the top.
I would love to do that.
So yeah, so you're kind of holding the gem out and you're creating a red light on top of the obelisk.
Cool. Additionally, because he get to move on his turn.
Red there.
Yeah. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to have Rick pop down to where Achaidh and the gem are.
Okay.
And see if Achaidh want any help to open thing. Or did she? I forgot.
Achaidh has not had a chance to open it yet.
No, I haven't opened it.
Do you want some help? Because Rick can crack that for you.
Yeah, if he wants to, so I can use my action to place it when I run back.
He would love to do that for you.
Yeah.
I'm just quickly trying to erase this.
Hey, why did you bump me off?
I'm trying to just erase this thing. Just give me a sec.
How dare you?
Sorry. I want to get rid of this stupid circle that's here.
Oh, that's okay.
Why is it not letting me get rid of it?
I just accepted it as part of the map, Jordy.
Whatever.
It is. It is a part of the map now.
There you go. So anyway. So yeah, so this little piece right here is in the center, and we've got the red gem currently on the pedestal. Okay, good.
Love it.
All right, so yeah, you could try to have Rick open it. Flying down.
Dex or strength, you said,
Dex
right?
or strength, yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be tough.
Him going to use Dex because he's got a good Dex. Okay, that'll do. That's a 21, Jordy.
21.
A little nimble fingers.
Yeah, so Achaidh, you're kind of holding it, trying to find the right thing. You just see this invisible, or you don't even see because he's invisible, but you just kind of feel his presence on the ball, and it just kind of takes the arrow and just tink and breaks into the glass, and then shatters the glass directly in your hands. You're now holding the blue gem.
Perfect.
Cool.
Betsy back. Hey.
All right, so that's your turn, Doc.
That is my turn, and I'm going to use, I think I have 2 squares for Rick left, just to pop him closer to the obelisk.
Okay, all right, Rick comes back a little ways. Achaidh, you're up next. What are you doing? Starting to get boxed in.
So okay, so looking at the obelisk, there's only enough space for, did we say 4 people?
4 people, yeah, 1 on each
and
flat side.
I'm pretty fucking big, so I'm probably count as 1.5.
I'm flying, though. You could get in under me.
The amount of time that I've seen one of these squares to pop.
Yep.
Could I wait my entire turn and just jump 1 square and just call that my turn?
It would be a total. So it's a good question. With the amount of time you've seen and how quickly everybody else has moved, with a little bit of a slower pace, you would imagine that you would only have to move 3 squares to not be caught by anything.
Okay. Sweet. In that case, I want to go 1,
Okay.
2, 3.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
And
so
I want that
closing
to be
off
my
that side
turn.
entirely. Good to know.
If there's anything I can... and I want to ready an action to cast... oh my goodness. Sacred Flame on if a shadow steps in my line of sight.
Gotcha. All right. Sounds good.
Actually, I guess they're all in my line of sight.
They're all in your line
now.
of sight, so it's kind of up to you if you wanted to try and hit one right now or wait and see what they do. It's up to you.
Yeah, I might wait and see if one of them moves. I want to cast.
Sure.
I don't know if
It's a pretty wide trigger. We'll say if any of them move, you get to pick which one you want to hit.
Cool. And that's my turn.
Okay. After Leaf, we come to Leaf. What are you doing? Blue gem in your hand.
I know you kind of already said this, but there's not really any room for me on that obelisk. Can I I already asked Les if he could help catch me if I jump up, like if I manage to make it over there and sort of jumped on the corner. If sort of two of my friends, Les and Hope, were bracing me, do I think I could keep a foothold?
You wouldn't be able to keep a foothold. You could temporarily land there, but you would have to hop off by the end of your turn.
Okay, I can do that. That's great. So I think I can do it with another jump. So I'm going to go here with the gem in my hands, running. So sorry, Jerry, what's this thing behind me? Is that one of the...
That's Les's mage hand.
Mage hand.
Oh, okay.
Pass it on.
Is this a shadow?
Crap.
No, I have advantage on doing a thing because of Zephyr Strike, so I'm going to try and do it myself. So I'm going to jump up to here.
Okay. Oops.
And oh wait, actually I was right here. So sorry, can I move through the square with Les's mage hand or no?
It's just an invisible hand, really.
It's not invisible. It is blue and glowing.
Ethereal.
Yeah, but
Big
it's
old
ethereal. You can just kind of
crap
puff it out of the way.
like a cloud. You just pass through it.
Right. Okay.
Feels like a crab shack when you go through it.
Arr.
Okay, so I'm going to go there. Go there. Go there.
Stupid hand.
Oh, that's the hand. It's not me.
It's all
Sorry.
Here, I'll move it back after. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay.
There, and then I'm running and jumping up to here, and using my Zephyr Strike advantage to slam the jewel down in the middle. I'm definitely going to try and aim it to being over top of where Allura's yellow one is.
So Allura's yellow one is currently off to the side because she didn't leave it up top.
Right. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Put it in my pocket.
So you kind of just slam it down into the top. You've got the doctor holding the red gem up above that. You just kind of jump up a little bit, pop the blue gem in, make sure you don't crack it, put it underneath the red gem. So the blue and the red form purple. And then you kind of instinctively pop it down up onto the top of the pillar. Wait a couple of seconds, start to feel yourself falling back a little ways onto the square beside you. Okay. And nothing seems to happen as the purple light is on the top of the obelisk.
Oh no.
Okay.
We're trying to get to white, so I think we're okay.
Okay, so that's going to be Elite. You just fall one square to the side.
Okay, here?
Yeah, right there. But you're still not in any of the flame or anything, so you're not taking any damage. All right, that's going to be your turn. Next up, we come to Les. So Les, you've got Allura holding the yellow gem directly beside you. You've got 2 gems now on top of the obelisk. What do you want to do?
Just been super helpful. I'm going to rearrange the gems, I guess. Put in the yellow. What's in there right now? It's a red.
So Doctor's holding the red one kind of up above it. Yeah.
Right. I'm going to take the yellow one and put it on top.
Okay.
Isn't the yellow in Allura's pocket? She said she was sort of putting it away.
She did say she pocketed it.
Technically, you did say you pocketed it. I'll say
a little thief and give it over.
It's an action if you're willing to let Les into your pockets to take the gem out.
What has it got in its pockets?
What's it got in its pockets?
I feel like seeing everything else happen in the 2 colors, she would allow that.
Okay, so Les, you reach into the pocket, you grab the yellow gem out, and you put it up on top, so all 3 of the gems are now in place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you kind of lifting up the other one and kind of holding it above, seeing what color appears as all 3 of them are in the center. You see kind of this brownish color starting to form over the top. Nothing seems to happen.
Uh-oh, we're all out of ideas.
Well, that's all I had.
It's got to be a certain order, maybe.
It's all the same color, Leslie.
I guess so.
So Les, you're currently holding the yellow and the blue. What do you want to do with those?
I put them in the middle.
You put them in the middle, yeah. You placed them up top. You waited. Nothing seemed to happen. So you could reach up and grab one out if you wanted to try another combination.
Take the blue one out.
The blue one?
Oh, I don't know.
What were the 2? So we've done. Which combinations have we not done yet?
So
green. Try green.
Yeah, green might actually do it.
All right.
Color of life.
Okay, so you're kind of holding onto the blue one. You grab the yellow one out of Allura's pocket, shove both of them up there. Nothing seems to happen. Shit. And you instinctively take the blue one out, and the green now shines through, and then you start to notice that the gold on the obelisk begins to glow a little bit. And the shadows that are on the four sides, the flames that are on the ground, the white flames start to die down a little. The shadows vanish back into the walls as all of a sudden the obelisk begins to crumble from the top down. And all of you that are holding onto it, as the flames die down, you kind of very carefully step back onto squares that are now safe, not taking any damage from them. Ooh. But you watch for a couple seconds as the obelisk turns to sand and crumbles in on itself, and eventually down to the very bottom as all of the gold just seems to run out of it like water, until eventually you're left with a very small 5 by 5 foot square in the ground, leading to a black void that the sand has all trickled down into in the center of the room.
Damn.
Quickly, Jordy.
Yes, sir.
As I notice the gold melting, can I take one of my empty vials out and try to scoop up some of the liquid gold?
There we go.
Try to scoop up some of the liquid gold.
Some gold schlager.
Yes.
Sure, if you want to. Go ahead and make a... you kind of like take a vial out and take a little bit of it, and a little bit of the sand goes into the vial. Well, sorry, the liquid, the gold, seems to just run down. There isn't really a way to get that because it's mixing in with the sand.
Could I make a dexterity check to try to quickly do it before it runs deep? As gold is literally melting all around me, it'd be like, Well,
it's not melting all around you. It's the letters, the elven letters that were the inlay, that are just starting to run down like water, essentially. It's not really something that you're able to like grab it and hold on to it, unfortunately.
Right. I'm not trying to grab it. I'm trying to get a vial and scoop it up. But if it can't be done, it can't be done.
It can't really be done.
It's about to make like 10 grand in here.
All right,
I was hoping so. Liquid gold, baby.
You're gonna Viserys Targaryen yourself. You're not careful.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and clear off all of these X's. Oop, that's not right. Don't want to get rid of Allura. You do still have all the gems, though. That is one thing that you are able to hang on to.
Cool.
Watch out for Miss
that yellow gem
over here.
Alif, the nicest possible way, you have the best vision through darkness. Can you see anything through that void?
Yeah, let me see. And I kind of like carefully peer over and sort of look down and see if there's anything down there. Also, if I can hear anything coming from it.
So go and make a perception check for me, because you're looking down into inky blackness.
Wait, can the doctor who's flying hold a leaf by her legs and like descend her?
Please don't elevator me.
I'm sorry.
Doc had the red.
That's okay. Okay, sorry. Perception?
Perception check to try and look down the chute. And I've got another little map here, just because, again, I was prepared. We've got a hole.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Inky black square.
Inky black square.
Oh, whoa, what the...
Every single urge to just, like Peter Pan drop down that void.
Do it.
You can fly, you can
Jump
fly,
it.
you can fly.
It's a dungeon. Let's dungeoneer.
Can I give
Backflip.
Elise kind of a look and an eyeball, and just gauge how she feels about said black hole?
Sure. So, Elite... So, looking down at... Yeah, what's your check?
22.
22. Looking down it and kind of listening a little bit, trying to figure out, because the sand was falling inwards. It wasn't falling out to the outside of the obelisk. It was kind of caving in on itself. You kind of listen down, and you start to hear... and then slight splashes in water. And kind of looking down, it's right at the edge. What's your dark vision? 150 feet?
My dark vision is 180. No, I think it's more than that now. Anyway, most recently I had 180 feet, but I think I get more with Whisper.
Oh yeah, then it would be 210 feet. So you would be able to see down.
Yes.
210. Yeah. So it is 150 feet down, roughly. You just barely catching the edges of what looks to be a... You can't really tell color in darkness. It's more just grayscale. But you see little splashing bits of water, and you start to see little disruptions to the surface of some levels of water that's there. And you see that there are a couple of what are potentially chains over the top of a box about 150 feet down.
Okay, so it's a long drop if somebody were to just jump.
If you were to jump, it'd be 150 feet straight down in a 5 by 5 foot area. So it's something you can kind of like your way down, but it's otherwise something that you would need to have a very long rope or somebody who's able to get you down there safely.
Yeah, so when Allura catches my eye and she's like, I'm like, don't do it.
Is there going to be rope involved?
This one is easier because it's descending. You're not ascending. It's essentially just slowly going down.
Doc, are you still flying or?
Boy, I am.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins that shit.
Does anyone want?
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Anybody want to fly?
Elise and Allura, do y'all want to do this, or do we want Doc to fly down?
I mean, I don't really want Doc to go down there by himself.
I'll go with him. I'll hold him like an umbrella.
I mean, how about I just cast fly on you, buddy?
Well, that works too, I guess.
You can't. You only have 2 slots, right?
And I've only used 1.
No, you used 1 last session
You
to
cast
polymorph
octopus.
yourself into an
Oh,
octopus.
Yes.
okay. Well, I'll hit the I'll hit the rod.
Hit the rod. All right. So you get your spell slot back, and
God, that thing's so handy.
so you could cast fly again on a couple people if you wanted. It's up to you.
Hold the whole game.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah,
casting.
Who wants to fly? Who wants to fly, man?
May.
How many can you do at once?
I mean,
How many people can you target?
I can target
I think
3.
it's 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to say it might be useful to have me along as well as far as going down a dark pit. But
Yep.
I'm also like, if either Hope or Leaf feel less comfortable about potentially climbing down a rope, I'm happy to stay behind too.
Yeah, who can climb good?
I mean, I can. I mean, I'm a good
What
climber.
is the-
Just all the
what
other
is the-
footing.
Check, Jordy.
So for
climbing?
descending a rope, it's not exactly hard. Essentially, as long as you've got a surface you can hold on to, you can kind of just do it. It's more once it comes out to an open cavity, then it's going to be your choice of athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. I should
I
be
like
fine.
ropes. I'm
Alright.
happy with rope. Sorry.
We have 150 feet of rope.
We made something like that the last time we below,
Yeah,
right?
That's what I thought. We all had like various
50,
sizes.
Yeah, 50.
Yeah, you essentially
Added
just
it.
knot them right at the 48-foot mark, so you're able to make something about 144 feet long.
Just
Yeah.
drop the last 6.
We can also go down to the edge of wherever it opens up and anchor and then go down.
Well, the other thing, just
shimmy
as
down.
a point of order, you've got fly cast on 3 people. 3 people can carry 1 person each.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
6
yeah.
people.
Oh,
Cool, this would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't we do that at the cliffs?
Because
I mean, I offered.
people wanted to have
Yeah.
an athletics competition to climb
Yeah,
up
that
it.
was kind of the thing.
So
Too strong and wants to carry me in their arms.
Carry
Me.
someone. I thought it was only
I jump into Hope's arms like, oh.
whoever was.
Cool. So,
Oh.
Hope, Leaf, you guys are flying with me?
Who wants to get on the leaf lift?
Hey, I
Cool.
do.
all right.
Kind of hold one out for less.
So it's more so that you're kind of reaching down, grabbing hands like upside down
Okay.
trapeze artists. So you're inverted, looking down, holding Les's arms as he's looking up
Okay.
at you as you're kind of inverted.
I want to grab him around his ankles so it looks like I'm holding an umbrella.
All right, that works.
Okay.
So all of you start to descend. Who's going first down?
I would go with Elise.
Okay.
Eyes and sneaky.
I
Sounds
think
good.
that if we're gonna divvy up fly without any ropes, then Hope will have to be flying, and I will be carried by them or dangling from them or whatever we want to do, hanging by one bicep. But then you and Hope and I could kind of be the 2 people, 2 sets that go down.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just mean if we're gonna divvy up flying, I'm probably
So
not the strongest.
one person who's
carrying.
flying can essentially assist one other person. So who's going to be the first 2 going down?
So, Hope and Elise.
Hope and Elith.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Hope flying, Elith hanging on by the ankles, right? All right. So
I like to picture myself hanging onto their bicep, but it's really but yeah.
all right. So if you guys can hop back onto roll 20, we got a whole new map ready for you.
Whoa.
New map.
What the fuck?
Oh, this
Okay.
looks fun.
Oh.
Whoa.
So zoom out a little.
Shit.
Yeah,
Who's
Jordy's been putting
landed?
in overtime.
Yeah, no shit.
Golly.
Looks like a Starmie.
Heck.
Pretty close.
It does look like a Starmie.
Pokemon.
So
Yes.
I literally can't.
it should be
Army is
pretty
a
big
great
dead
visual
center.
for me. So I appreciate
Oh,
that.
Emma, you know what? I'm gonna screen cap it and send it to you on Slack so you can see because it's cool.
I can't actually look on Slack. Kev's been
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I will send more
You'll
pictures.
see it after.
Oh,
I'll send it now. You can look at it after because it is cool.
Cool. Thank you.
No worries. I'm just gonna put it in the visual aids channel.
Okay, so descending down into the space, you see that there are 4 massive, about 12-foot tall metal statues of some kind. And you're essentially descending. I'm going to just move all of you off here because it's just the 2 of you to begin with. So you guys are going to be over here eventually. There you go. So it's just the 2 of you descending, and you are descending straight down on top of this, what looked like metal box, about 10 by 10 feet, secured by iron chains with pitons going into the ground.
Is this little islandy type thing like sort of like cobblestones, like red cobblestones?
This appears to be red, hard packed earth.
Okay.
And then the water surrounding it, and everything around on the other side is very smooth cobbled stone, clearly worked, probably brought in here, and you can see very similar motifs along the ground on each of the 8 corners. And then the 4 massive statues, about 12 feet tall, each of them kind of in a single kneeling pose with a sword going into the ground and one arm on their knee.
Is there anything distinguishing about the earth, or is that something that, like, I don't know, to me, like, just to Kaylee, it looks like odd to find sort of packed earth in this area that's like so clearly put a lot of like craftsmanship into. So I guess I'm just wondering what Leith would notice about it, or if she would know that it's from any particular like region or type of geological area.
Yeah, good question. Make a nature check.
Okay. I'm actually shit at nature. Yeah, okay, 5.
5.
That's weird earth.
Yeah, it's blood red earth.
Okay.
Whoa.
It's not ominous at all.
Yeah. And you can see that there's a little bit of sand that's fallen from the top above. That's kind of the yellow dotting that's on there.
I think if Hope hasn't landed yet, I'd probably tell them maybe we should go off to the side of this island thing and not step foot in it just yet.
Absolutely. It's a little bit scary, that patch of land.
Yeah, kind of looks a little like something we might have found in Barovia, almost.
Absolutely.
All right, so you 2 are easily able to slide off to the side and land somewhere else.
Yeah. It, like, even though no one's around, I do like a really graceful kind of trick where I basically, as if I was just, this graceful flying being, and I just like gently, like kind of almost like lay Kaylee down, but
love it.
Right.
And it's just like this really beautiful magical moment between the 2 of us of just like me being like really lovingly placing them down.
And Elise kind of uncharacteristically kind of like, oh, my hero. Oh.
All right, so with that, laying Elise down, Elise, you get a bit of a better view on the chamber, and the chamber is identical in size to what is above it.
Okay, I'll bring out my lights as well so that the others, as they come down, have a little bit better of view.
Sounds good. And by chamber, I meant the land packed area. Essentially, it's 2 identical squares that are just offset slightly, but the walls around are much larger. So, and as Hope flies back up, grabs Allura, brings her down, sets down, and then the rest of you start to make your way down. All of you are able to land on the cobbled stone. No real interactions. The water is perfectly calm and still. It is dark water in comparison to above where you had the very crystal clear glacier water. This appears to be a little bit more stagnant, long held in this area, and it's a bit tough to see in it.
Les, does this look like suspicious water to you?
Let's make an insight check.
Insight check the water.
How it goes.
Do I sense any like beings around us? Like those? It looks like there's statues.
Yeah, there's 4 massive 12-foot tall iron statues in like a kneeling supplication kind of pose, but heads up, looking directly at the chest.
Might be real.
Real creatures?
Yeah.
Make a perception check. And Les, what was your insight?
Oh, you actually want me to insight the water?
Yeah.
I didn't know
I'm
that was a
deadpan
thing.
right now. Insight check the water.
All right. I'm doing it. Insight checking.
Water's good.
That's 0. 16.
16. Something about the water is off for you. Like, you just look at it and you're like, this water's been here for a long time.
This is very old H2O.
H2O.
H2 old.
Oh.
Nice. So, Allura, what was your perception check?
8.
8. They're made of iron. Their swords are out in front of them. If they are real, it's a really uncomfortable position to be in for a really long time.
Okay.
All right. Les, you were up. You had one figure. What was that?
So look at the water. Can detect somehow that it's very old, stagnant water. Been here for quite some time. Can I see how deep it is?
You
here?
can't see into it.
It's just black?
It's black.
Like, black in that it's, like, looks dirty, it's just really dark in here, the water is black.
No,
like,
the water is blue, but it's a darkness underneath it. So there's no way for you to tell how deep it goes.
I do have dark vision, but I can't poke my head down there.
It's up to you.
I'm gonna pat Les on the head and cast light on his noggin. So if you want to go swimming.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a peek down here and see what we're dealing with. I'm
Okay,
gonna go to the edge of the water and poke my head through.
And poke your head
just
down.
so like we're on record here, your head is fully sun.
Like an anglerfish.
Yeah.
Not the fish, just the angle.
Yeah.
So, Les, you pop your head down, fully illuminated, and you kind of get a pretty good look. How far is light good for?
Oh shit! I think it's like 30 feet bright, 60 feet dim.
Yeah, so it'd be 120 feet. Les, your vision is not good enough to be able to see down to the bottom of this.
Ooh, this is deep.
So I have 60 feet of dark vision underwater.
In addition to the 60 feet of light, so it's at least 120 feet down. Doctor.
Oh no.
Yes.
Jordy is either very surprised.
His
There we go.
poker face is too good.
Yeah, it's at least 120 feet down. You're not able to see the bottom.
I'm gonna take my head out and say, "This thing is pretty deep. I can go scout around though, see if there's anything in the vicinity."
In the water? Just maybe hang tight.
Well, there might be something creepy down there. There might be treasure. It's usually one or the other.
Doctor, you've been waiting a little while. It looks like you've got something important to say.
Yeah, what's up?
Why, yes, I do hope. Thank you. So I kind of had the same feel. What is on the center island there, Jordy?
So the central island, it looks to be an iron chest, potentially. You don't see hinges or anything, but you see what looks like could be a flat top lid with 4 metal pitons going into the ground, and then chains wrapping across the top of it that are locking it in place.
Okay, so that's probably not too ominous. I kind of had the same suspicion about these iron giants, you might call them. I would like to just cap my monocle and activate my detect magic.
Okay.
And see if anything pings.
What's the range on detect magic?
Oh fuck! You ask me questions, Jordy. Why?
I know.
This casket is going to contain Strahd's boyfriend.
It better.
Guaranteed.
Been waiting for him. Hold on, I gotta look it up.
He's back.
Someone vamp. Kevin, you're good at that.
I think it's 60 feet, but just want to double check.
I think you're right, but I don't mind like doing a little cursory walk around to see if anything pings.
It is 30 feet actually. It's not 60.
Okay, dope.
Yeah,
that's
so
fine. I'm gonna do a little cursory walk around and see if anything pings. Because I got 10 minutes on it, right?
Yeah, you've got 10 minutes on it, so you kind of are able to walk up to one of the statues, try to get a feeling for if it pings. The statues do not appear to be magical.
Love it.
Really
I'll say
desperation.
it's right on the edge of your vision, but you notice that the chain, you're not able to see the box. It's more than 30 feet away from you. You would have to get closer
Am I
and
still
wade
flying,
through
Jordy?
the water. I don't believe so, because I think... Yeah, Detect Magic is concentration. So everybody is not
okay.
flying any longer.
Leaf was like 5 feet off the ground and just belly flops.
So you are able to notice that at this distance, just right on the edge of your vision, the chains securing whatever this chest is do appear to be magical.
Love it. What sort of magic are they emitting?
They are... that's a good question. Abjuration. Protection magic.
Ooh, okay. Hey, Leaf, can I borrow you for a second? I need some
What's up?
additional insight.
Yeah.
So those chains, I can't catch the box at all, huh, Jordy?
The box, no, it's just outside of your vision. You'd have to jump into the water to be able to see it.
Okay, heck. So, Leaf, the chains on that box there seem to be some measure of protective magic.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get any sense of what that ground might be? Because it just looks like red packed earth. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I guess there'll be. Elise said she had some lights, so I'm
I
able.
brought the lights.
Yeah. Can I kind of from that distance just do like, is that a nature check?
It'd be a nature check at disadvantage without being able to get hands on.
Fair.
Could I assist because I'm right there?
Sure.
Okay,
So
cool.
I'd be a straight roll for Leaf then.
Straight. Oh, cool. Oh wow, that's a 3.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's some creepy looking earth.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not into that. But it seems like whatever's in here, that seems like that's sealed with purpose.
Yeah, but this is why we came here, right? To find stuff like this?
Yeah. Well,
What
we're not
do
getting
you-
any
do
younger.
you-
You want to swim across and dispel this?
I mean, I'm into that. That sounds like fun.
Gonna kind of turn to the group. What's everyone's consensus on here? We're not.
Oh yeah, I'll fill the rest of the group in on the fact that there are protective chains covering this guy.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't look like a coffin or nothing. It just looks like a box, yeah?
Yeah, it looks to be a 10-foot by 10-foot square iron box.
Ooh, cool. Like one that might be owned by a Pandora of sorts.
Possibly.
Interesting.
More of a Spotify.
Less?
Title for me.
While I swim, I can be stealthy, right?
Yeah, you just move at half speed.
Ooh, you're swimming right now?
Not yet.
No.
Oh, okay.
Just thinking
When
about
isn't
it.
he swimming?
But my idea is that I want to just swim in the water regardless, just to see what's under the surface here. Kind of wanted to see if, like, sort of the idea is to swim down with my hand sort of on this landmass, see if how deep it goes, if it's just like a thin disc, if this ring in the middle is just like a cutout, or is like the landmass solid all the way down, and like that is like its own separate tunnel. You know what I mean? I just want to swim down and get a better sense of like, what the landmass is, while like not making a huge splashing noises or like, frantically, just sneakily, quietly.
With your experience, you're kind of able, not stealth per se, but you're able to swim quietly. Do you want to jump in or get into the water outside of the ring, or in the area in between the ring and the inner pillar?
First.
Okay. So go ahead and just make a stealth check for me.
I think that's going to be 12. +1. 13.
13. Okay. So you kind of slip into the water a little on the quiet side. Everybody notices you doing it, but you're able to get in quite easily. Quite quietly, start to swim down a little bit. And the walls, the edges, the hard edges, are a sheer vertical drop and are made of the same material as what is above.
Going down.
Okay. How far down do you want to go?
All the way.
All the way? Okay. You get about 30 feet down. 45 feet down. Go and make a perception check for me.
good at those. That's 16.
16. You start to look a little bit down with the light still cast on your head. So, you're very much a beacon in the water. All of the light is continuing down, and you're starting to see further and further down. And then about 60 feet down or so, 70 feet down, you start to see what could be the end of it, maybe around 200 feet down. That's where your view would extend to. And you kind of just looking around instinctively, everything has been dead silent, and you start to see ripples forming in the water. But the ripples are forming in the water 70 feet down.
So whatever is making that is even deeper.
This is the thing, is ripples don't form in water that's underwater. Ripples form on the surface of water, on the surface of something.
Mm-hmm. Strange. Circling around, like going down. I see that. Stop for a minute. Okay, this is getting a little weird. I want to traverse, like, over to the left, kind of around it, just circling around the structure, just to see if there's anything out of sorts noticeable.
Give me 1 sec. I'm losing audio. My headphones are dying, so give me like 30 seconds here. Hold on.
We really got to give Les some way that he can communicate to us when he just fucking vanishes 400 feet into the water.
Yeah.
But fast. Like a bullet.
Should have said sanding stone, but didn't think of that.
So Les, you slipping down the side and starting to make your way. Are you going up or are you going down?
Same level down, just like going around the structure, sort of to the left, like circling it, just to see if I notice anything strange.
Okay. So sorry, which direction are you going? Are you going up or are you
left.
You're going left?
Staying where I am.
Yeah.
Continuing going left.
Okay. So move your character in the water in the direction that you're going to go.
Cool. So just following, like, up here. Dude.
You're in the water though, so make sure you're
in the water. Yeah. But I'm very close to the.
Yeah, you're very close. Yeah, you're essentially hand on the stone, but you're still in the water.
So I'm just like going all the way around. And I'm just going to be going all the way around to all of this until I get back to where I was.
Okay. And you're making your way all the way around, and it is identical on every side. The material is the same. It appears to be the same depth on all the sides. Nothing is different the further and further you get around. And eventually it's just boring looking at the same thing over and over again. But a couple more times you catch the same ripple under the water.
All right. So that inner chamber would probably go down the same. All right. That wave, did that seem to emit from any, like, certain point, or is just, like, everywhere?
It seemed to just come from random places.
Kind of like a sound wave?
Sort of, but under the water, which doesn't exist.
So like a sound wave would, like make like a ripple underwater. Like, that's the only thing I can imagine that would make like a ripple underwater, like a sound wave.
Yeah, you can kind of imagine like the movie depiction of an underwater ripple, essentially, of an underwater sound wave. It kind of looks like that, but there is no sound. It is just silent.
Yeah, and it's just coming from different points, not one area.
Yeah, and you notice as well that there's pretty substantial gaps in between when you see it. Like, you'll go 10, 15 seconds, see one, then 30 seconds to a minute, and then you'll see another one in a totally different place, maybe a little bit deeper.
Alright, I'm going to swim back up.
Okay. Alright, so you're back up to the top and are able to hop out of the water.
Yeah.
Nothing seems to be moving and nothing different. So that was Les's time. What were the rest of you guys doing while Les was swimming?
Unchaining the box, right? Sorry, I think both Jesse, Allura, and the doctor are on mute.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's
Hell yeah, let's unchain some fucking boxes.
Everyone else cool with this?
I would have picked one of the statues to like closely inspect.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check on the statue.
I'll just keep myself in the water until this is done. This is me going around.
A Leaf and Leaf are still nearby because Allures went to look at one of the statues. So does that also mean the dock is also nearby?
Yeah, the Doc and I are both kind of looking out over the.
We're looking hungrily at the box.
At the box, the chained box, as it were.
The chained box.
All right. Hey, I'm just curious. Do you think these gems work elsewhere in these like dungeons? Do you think that they might have anything to do with down here, perhaps?
Maybe. I mean,
there are 4 gems and 4 statues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would, hearing Hope ask that, I would kind of investigate the statue and then along with looking at it, look if there's maybe a place to place a gem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what was your investigation check roll?
22.
22. Looking around at the statues, they're very clear depictions of warriors. And you kind of look around a little bit and try to get a better idea of what they are. And you start to notice the elongated ears. The very same markings that are on the floor adorned on their brows. These appear to be depictions of high elf warriors of some kind. But nowhere on them do you see anywhere that seems like it would fit the gem.
Okay.
What about the dirt, was it like quartered? Was there like space for 4 things? Because I feel like 4 seems like a repeating image here.
That's the light bulb going off. I literally could not have been timed better.
Oh shit!
Ding gets it. Looking around at the earth, it just appears that these are the most secure places that the Petons could have been put.
Okay.
You could go over there and try to put the gem somewhere, but at this distance, it doesn't look like there's a dedicated place that would specifically fit a gem.
Jordy, can I have Rick pop over to the little island?
Yeah.
And just take a quick little survey of the box, see if there's any like cool shit in there
Sure.
around it.
So Rick takes a look around. Go and make an investigation check for Rick.
You got it. Where's my Rick sheet? You'd think I would have this prepared, but no.
That's
Of
what
course
happens
not.
when we take 2 weeks off.
Rickaroo.
No, yeah, feels great. Whoop, that was out of the tray. There we go. Okay. That's a 17, Jordy.
17. Looking around, he sees that the chains, all 4 of the chains, are connected to a single ring that's on the top center of the chest. Essentially just coming out in the 4 directions from that single ring. Everything that he sees appears to be iron, and he's kind of getting a look around and,
Hey, boss? This dirt looks a little familiar.
Like how familiar?
Like, from where I was before I became your, valued, trusted servant.
Oh, interesting. Interesting call, Richard.
Would I have come up from the water at this point?
I'll say you would come up just after this.
Yeah. So rise up out of the water.
Yeah.
You guys, there's ripples way down. First off, this land goes way down, like really far down. Second, there were like farts in the water. There was like ripples in the water, which is weird because I don't know how that can happen with that much magnitude.
You don't need to make excuses, Leslie. It's all right. Everyone blows gas.
I would gladly, proudly say it was me if it was. Trust me, but this was not me. These were just like crazy ripples under the water. It felt weird. I couldn't see what was at the very, very bottom. It was kind of happening all over the place, but ripples underwater usually means it's being done by something.
I mean, we've been looking for some sort of, I don't know, planar gate or planar rift. Maybe this has some sort of weird connection to that.
So, fellas, that there's some hell dirt.
Hell dirt?
I.e. dirt from a hell plane.
Okay.
Whoa.
That's
I mean,
pretty scaries in there then?
Well, we don't know that there's scaries.
Rick's from not that scary.
Okay. I am going to, as this is going, if y'all don't mind giving me like, I don't know, 10 minutes, I think it's how long it takes me to do this.
Well, hold on a second there, Leaf. Leaf,
Mm-hmm.
So do you know about these people, the history here, or not really?
I was actually going to ask if I could if there's anything familiar about the statues or anything that rung a bell from the books that I read that held the information about, had all the information about the name of the city that I forget right now. Erlan. And my second question was going to be if they're all carrying swords. Like the images look like they do, but...
Yep. So the quick one out of the way, they are all in the same exact position. Their right knee is forward, in their left hand holding a sword tipped to the ground. They're all looking directly at the chest. Their heads are not down, they're looking at the chest. And they all have a scabbard on their back. So they're all an identical figure. As for what you've read in the books, go ahead and make a history check for me.
Would you like some help there, Elif?
Yeah. Do you remember anything? You were with me when we read that book. Do you remember anything about it? Can you maybe help me recall?
Yeah, I'd love to help.
Perfect.
So you can make a history check as well.
Books aren't really my strong suit. Oh, this wasn't too bad. 17.
17.
Actually, I don't know how much help I can be.
I'll be help. I can be helpful.
Oh, I
kind of already rolled though, but I got 9. That was why I was.
Okay, never mind.
Trying to be slightly, character, but yeah.
No. Nothing that you read has any indication of what this might be, what this chest is, what the figures represent. The best thing that you can think of is just Elven culture in general. Mm-hmm. Guardians tend to be a thing. But the statues are not magical. The doctor confirmed it, so they're not like frozen figures that would rise and defend or anything like that.
All right, I'll kind of share that. I don't know. Clearly, they're not going to be magical, but they do seem like they're put here to kind of, in some way, guard against whatever's in this books.
Well, they're all taking a knee, aren't they?
They are, but I don't think it's a position of fealty. I think it's a position of readiness and defense against.
That's what I'm gathering as well.
All right, Les?
In saying that to me, replying with, well, in the research, wasn't there something about a Hellgate keep under leadership of Morgwise and leader of the Wood Elves? Is that anything to do with this?
So it was the city of Erlan, which is all the symbols that we've been discovering around here. And then when there was sort of the war between the dwarvish populations and the elves of Erlan, like 700 years ago in the High Forest, it was the Fae thingies, the Fairy, that won the war and took over the city of Erlan, I think.
Yes.
And that became a Hellgate, or what's Hell's Gate Keep now. This, I think, probably predates Morgwise because her expedition only went forth like 100 years ago.
This place seems pretty old, though, too.
Sorry?
This place seems pretty old.
That's what I mean. I think it would predate. This is not from 100 years ago, from what Jordy, I'm making an assumption, but I think Elise would know that if it was over, a little bit longer.
Pretty good assumption based on the craftsmanship and based on the dating of the symbols. You would imagine that it's probably over a generation ago for elves. So probably over 400 years.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was guessing at. So I think it's probably like original to the city of Erlan, or if not that, then sort of close afterwards from people who would have actually lived in the city before it became the Hell's Gate Keep.
All right. Well, there's that pulsing in the water. I don't know if that's from a creature or if that's just from this powerful object. Just be very careful, everybody.
Would it be necessarily from a thing, or is it possible it could just be from currents? Like if there's some form of...
Currents don't make ripples in water that strangely.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's another source of some kind. I did get a good feeling off of it.
I don't necessarily mean like regular currents. I mean if there's water escaping or being drawn into some kind of feed, underground water source or underground source to this pool.
Jordy, did it feel like that?
Not only did it not feel like that, you saw every wall. There are no feeds.
Okay.
No feats whatsoever.
Whatever this is, it is a sealed chamber.
So there is something spooky going on down there.
Could magic create ripples like that underwater, Doc? Do you think that that's a possibility? Is there maybe some more protection magic further down?
Well, hold on. I think Leaf's got something he wants to say.
Well, yeah, so, I don't know if I can retcon this by like 10 minutes, but I was hoping to cast Augury.
Oh yeah, well you said you were going to take 10 minutes to do something.
Do that. So that will let me determine, and I specifically want to focus on unchaining that box and the result that will bring.
All right, so Augury 5e.
Yeah, so I can read that out if you want.
No, I got it. So casting gem inlaid sticks, rolling bones, laying out ornate cards, etc. A specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. So wheel for good results, woe for bad, wheel and woe, and nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is it you're specifically...
Speakers, yes!
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That was like a pop-up.
So I'm specifically focusing on the outcome to our party if we unchain the box, like if we open the box.
Okay.
Or we unchain that.
So the outcome for the party if you unchain the box.
Yep.
Okay. The response that you get would be wheel and woe. Good and bad.
Okay. That's not all bad. That's 50-50. All right. So yeah,
I say we've come this far.
Yeah. Seems like we're gonna, something might happen, but
Actually, Leaf, now that I'm thinking about it, your whole dream involved chains, did it not?
That is true, yeah.
And there are chains here on some hell dirt.
That is true.
Seems like a pretty clear indication that this could have something to do with your dream.
Yeah, how's everyone feeling on this? So we pop the top, or?
I mean, you don't know what you're releasing or what it could do, but we've come this far.
We could just turn around. That sounds fun.
I don't know. Backtracking all the way back to the entrance, like this has been the most we found about anything to do with any of this yet. I think we should do it.
Yeah, this feels like it's close on the path where we need to be.
Beats going back to the library.
Yeah, but let's all maybe, if the lid pops off, those of us who aren't involved in the popping, be ready for what comes next.
Cool. So we know there's abjuration magic on there. Should I cast a spell on that? See if we can figure that out and then go from there?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Dog, you want to come over with me on this?
Who would you like? Sorry?
Doctor, you want to...
Yes, absolutely. Let's go.
Anyone want to come over?
Do you want me to go under the water to see if anything creepy is going to come up from under there?
I would love that, Lester.
No, I think you should try to stay as close as possible. If we have anything come up, I think if we're all like...
But I can let you guys know if there is something creepy down there.
By swimming up at the same speed?
We can't help you.
We could give you a sending stone so you can message us instantly.
Sending stone is
like
already
an instant messenger?
Oh, we've already used them today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, we're not getting any younger, and I'm gonna pop into the water and swim across.
Alright, so Leaf just kind of sploosh into the water and tread your way across, and you're able to make it over to the other side without issue.
I'll join him.
Okay.
Cool.
Doctor, you're coming
May
across as well.
I join, but just with, like, when I get there, I'm not assisting them, I'm just watching over them with my greatsword in hand.
Sword drawn, ready for anything to pop out. Alrighty.
I'll move you, Hope.
I'm gonna...
Wait, that's
Oh,
less
man. Okay.
There you go. Never mind. All's good.
I'm gonna stand...
I'm gonna be where I was at the entrance of the...
Yeah, I'm
On the
gonna
water
stand
there.
here, close-ish to Elise.
Yeah, I think we're sort of spread out in a little net here, ready for anything. I've got about an arrow. I've actually got a +1 arrow knocked in Whisper, kind of aiming at the box.
Okay. +1 arrow knocked in Whisper. Allura?
I'm going to be prepared to see these giant statues come to life.
Okay.
But I'm going to have my rapier out.
Rapier out at the ready. Les?
Javelin out, lightning word spoken, ready to throw it at anything that is hostile.
I believe you already used the javelin today.
Mm-hmm.
We used it earlier, but did we not rest yet?
No, it's same day. You guys just
All
took
right,
a short rest.
Blood spear,
Yeah.
ready to strike anything that is hostile.
All right, blood spear at the ready. So there are 3 of you over on the other side. So Leaf, you getting closer to this, you're starting to hear a thrumming sound in your ears.
Oh boy.
Hope and Doctor are not hearing this.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh yeah. Backstory.
Anyone else hearing anything here?
Box sucks Leaf in.
All right.
Into the upside down we go.
I want to cast Dispel Magic on the chains. I'm not fucking around here. I'll do that at 6th level.
That's
Hell
level.
yeah.
All right. Leaf, I need you to roll for it.
That's
Damn.
cool by me.
What? Can I say hi to everyone?
So sorry, that's... Yeah.
So you add your spellcasting ability modifier.
Okay, cool. That is 22.
22.
Woo.
On a 19. That's a success. It was a 9th level spell that was
Oh!
I told you I'm not fooling around on that.
God.
You summon the might within yourself, feeling your magical energy pouring through your holy symbol, placing it down upon the chest and grasping onto the chains and pulling back. All of a sudden, all of your friends are gone.
Oh.
The room is the barren hellscape that you had seen in your first vision. And the chain snaps in your hand and you're pulling it off and you just hear, "Come to me, disciple." And you instinctively blink and all of a sudden you're back and the chain is broken in your hands and the ring at the top is shattered into 1,000 pieces and the chains all fall to the side and the lid is just resting on the top.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna kind of look around, I guess I don't see any source of the noise.
None at all. Everybody's kind of looking at you like, are you okay?
And I'll just boot the lid off.
All right, so
My
you
man.
kick the top of the lid off and it just slams down onto the side. And looking into the center of the chest, it's 10 feet wide, 10 feet, and it's about 5 feet off the ground, and you kind of peer your head in, and you see a rolled up scroll in the center of the chest.
Drod was here.
Okay, before I reach into this, I want to... hey, Doc, can you help me make sure there's not any weird shit going on in here?
Of course.
I mean, there's probably a lot of weird shit, but...
Is my detect magic still going, Jordy? 10 minutes?
No, it's been longer than 10 minutes now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just want to take a look and see if anything seems untoward.
The scroll is rolled up. It appears to be inside a clear glass scroll tube with gold fastens on either side.
Mm-hmm.
You're not entirely sure what it is, but kind of getting a better look and looking inside, you also notice that there is what appears to be a set of armor underneath the scroll.
Oh.
What sort of armor, Jordy?
Appears to be some kind of a breastplate, and a shield resting on top of it.
Oh, interesting. Are there any, would there be any magic traps on the inside to take a peek at?
You can make an investigation check if you'd like.
I would love to do that.
Go for it.
Hold on. Out of the dice tray. There we go.
As you're doing that, Leaf, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Is he within 10 feet of Hope?
Yeah, he is. So you do get the bonus to it.
That's 30.
30.
Yeah.
You start to feel the vision setting in, and you start to feel a chill running down you, and you start to feel some level of fear looking around you, trying to find the source of it. You're able to shake off the feeling, but it doesn't seem to grab hold of you, whatever it was.
Okay, I'm trying real hard not to let anyone know that this is happening right now.
Conceal, don't feel. Don't let it show.
All right. So, Doctor, what was your investigation?
23.
23. As best you can tell, there don't appear to be any traps.
Leaf, it looks like we're clear to take this out of here.
So just to clarify, you've got a breastplate that's lying on the bottom, underneath a small shield, and then on the top, kind of perched on the flat point of the shield, is the scroll inside the tube.
Seems like a pretty decent haul.
Les?
While they're doing this, and I see them use the dispel magic, get rid of the chains, open up this crate, this chest, I want to go back over to the edge of the water and dunk my head in again and see if that pulsing has gotten louder, angrier, more violent from where I am.
Okay, make a perception check.
I believe that is 17.
17. It does appear to be coming a little bit faster. A little more common now. You're starting to notice that what looks like the water itself roiling underneath the surface about 30 feet down.
Like pulsing by, like, is it like a or like?
No,
like
it's as if waves were crashing 30 feet under the water.
Oh.
I'm gonna pop my head up and go, guys, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. It's getting worse.
Jordy?
Yep.
With this, can I have Rick take our big bundle of rope back up and kind of tie it off up top?
All right. So Rick starts to make his way back up top. Everything's still sealed or inside the chest. You haven't removed anything. And Rick is able to find a point up at the top to tie it off.
Love it. So we've got a big old rope coming down. Are we taking this or not?
I mean...
Hell yeah!
Of course we are. Yes.
Yeah, I'll lean in and grab the scroll and the breastplate.
All right.
And the shield.
And the shield, yeah. No, I'll leave that for next guy.
All right, so Leaf, grab the scroll, the breastplate, and the shield. So Leaf, as you reach in, you grab the scroll. You feel that same shiver running down as you grab the scroll. The breastplate and the shield don't seem to have anywhere near the same interaction, but the scroll itself does. And lifting them up out of the water, out of the crate, I should say, less you consistently looking at the water are starting to notice that those waves are starting to crash on the top of the water now. And you're instinctively looking around, you're trying to find what the hell is going on, because the water itself seems to be roiling, but the central water is perfectly calm and still. And you are looking around and trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And then right up from the opposite side, over on the very far side, the water itself begins to rise up into a massive form.
I knew it.
Love it.
And as
Earth, water elementals?
A 25-foot section of water rises into a roiling serpent-like mouth, and sheer anger and hatred pouring out from inside this, black eyes looking out at all of you. This would be where I would say roll initiative, but this is going to take a very long time. So it's up to you guys if you want to call it here for the week or get started and pick it up next week. It's up to you.
Like how long a time, Jordy?
Like a lot of hit points time.
Probably 3 hours.
I'm not going to say 3 hours. I would say probably an hour and a half or so. We finished probably around 11, so it's up to you guys.
Yeah, I don't have that in me tonight. Sorry.
It's all good. We started early today anyway, so this was going to be our wrap-up point. So we'll go ahead and call it into the session. But
I get to literally fight the sea.
Yeah, it is. This is quite literally, you are going to be fighting the sea. As the water has risen up around all of you and forming this massive entity that you haven't seen, and that scares you. This is a water-based entity that you have no idea what it is. It is a 25-foot long serpent that has risen up out of the water and seems to almost be floating on the surface of the water.
One more notch.
Oh, cool.
Can I say one thing, Jordy?
Of course.
As soon as I would have noticed where something was going to emerge from, knowing that like I'm pretty depleted on spells and the only chance for any kind of like extra damage I have right now is to use Whisper when I'm hidden, I would have dove kind of behind the statue that's near me to try and get like a little bit of cover and hope that it like I have an effective enough hiding place that I could use the psychic energy part of Whisper's functionality.
All right. So we'll do our best with that one when we pick this up next week for a fight against a very, very large entity. Definitively the strongest thing you guys have fought to this point.
No! Bring it on!
Not Strahd?
Okay, maybe not as strong as Strahd. My version of Strahd.
One shot this thing had.
Yeah. So, I'm excited though. This is going to be an awesome one. It's been a little bit of a lead up to this. I hope you guys enjoyed the puzzles. I thought those were fun.
That was fun.
Those are great, Jordy.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it took a while working on that, making sure I balanced everything correctly. The
I
sad
totally
part,
called the green thing in this chat. I was like, "Duh."
nobody frickin' took damage from it. And it made me really sad because I was like, oh, somebody's going to try and jump over it and fail, or like just wait a little bit too long. And it wasn't even much fire damage, but it would have just been funny. So yeah, awesome.
It's okay. You can inflict all the damage you want next week.
Oh
Yeah, you probably will be.
the interesting thing,
Absolutely
it's you don't know. It could be just a tank that doesn't deal a lot of damage. You have no idea. But
I don't know, just based on the picture, it's cool.
yeah, you know me.
I have concern.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Awesome.
fun.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and shut off the stream. Thanks to everybody on the stream for watching. Appreciate you guys coming in tonight. Thanks for all the raids and everybody who followed us. And we'll see you guys back here, same time, same place next week.
Yeah.
Bye.